Bruni beka se ewo enya na wie ewo root bi bebi e sha ase afiri ye party no anana me gina efidie so aka kire o se ye mpo new patriotic party eye akamfo party. I'm telling you really? Me nya ethnicity wa ha ewo enya na wie ewo root bi bebi e sha ase afiri ye party no anana me gina efidie so aka kire o se ye mpo new patriotic party eye akamfo party ewo enya na wie ewo root bi bebi e sha ase afiri ye party no anana me gina efidie so aka kire o se ye mpo new patriotic party eye akamfo party ewo enya na wie ewo root bi bebi e sha ase afiri ye party no anana me gina efidie so aka kire o se ye mpo new patriotic party eye akamfo party.
Funa mu drag you to follow ewe temawo to na mayam mo so problem serie ahemfo muti kumasa da otumfo ne mukasa ewe fe corona mu bebo muto asante muntie me Ashanti chiefs mo ahemfo mo Ashanti region problems any yama mu ni otumfo ka bre Asante wa haifurubi abuya konfu muto asase mani Asante wa haifurubi abuya konfu muto asase mani papa kubiri miensa Asante wa haifurubi abuya konfu muto asase mani papa kubiri miensa Asante wa haifurubi abuya konfu muto asase mani papa kubiri miensa Asante wa haifurubi abuya konfu muto asase mani papa kubiri miensa Etiama fo sika eviama fo gas eviama fo yeremu nyamma muti Asante reji haifurubi eyetu galamse isemoni amudiwo Asante reji no mawie na mo be fa tema hutumi awaka tema hutumi asam Asante wa haifurubi abuya konfu muto asase mani papa kubiri miensa for sika, every man for gas, every man for yeremu. Asante ya, I will be, and we are conform to talk assassin many papa kubinu miensa. Every man for sika, every man for gas, every man for yeremu.
Uni sana na da kwa kufa da Roma. Ye build train et na fansuo so. Seriously. Ye build train na fansuo so. Tie be fansuo so deshe. Omo mo Europe, UK ni Holland ni ade omuni train fansuo ni ade enche kra. Mi sana na do de fansuo so no. Ba omi aso de ba fansuo na se. Di e kwa no.
Eurostar.
Eurostar, yes.
Eurostar,
Yeah.
From London to France.
Me no kaze nsi ya no. Akaka no mo wie. Uni sana na da kwa kufa da Roma. Ye build train et na fansuo so. Seriously. Ye build train na fansuo so. Tie be fansuo so deshe. Omo mo Europe, UK ni Holland ni ade omuni train fansuo ni ade enche kra. Mi sana na do de fansuo so no. Ba omi aso de ba fansuo na se. Di e kwa no.
Eurostar.
Eurostar, yes.
Eurostar,
Yeah.
From London to France.
Me no kaze nsi ya no. Akaka no mo wie. Uni sana na da kwa kufa da Roma. Ye build train et na fansuo so. Seriously. Ye build train na fansuo so. Tie be fansuo so deshe. Omo mo Europe, UK ni Holland ni ade omuni train fansuo ni ade enche kra. Mi sana na do de fansuo so no. Ba omi aso de ba fansuo na se. Di e kwa no.
Eurostar.
Eurostar, yes.
Eurostar,
Yeah.
From London to France.
Me no kaze nsi ya no. Akaka no mo wie.
Naya hata awodi bi eni anu ti na woni edidwa no yenya ho faso ka ho bi ti na me kofa aba womia so be ka me ho ye hihye ye sika sam no eyie na sika no e munye dubio let me be adwuma ni ahoto so abagana.
Before I go on, let me postulate from the Franz-Fanonian dictum, which stipulates that the dialectics of reconciling two conflicting ideas is the algebra of revolution. The overbearing intervention of the state government had further exacerbated oporombium and amounting to sadomasochisms. Acrimony and chaos in our community. It was a contumelious stratagem by political jobbers to siphon monies. We suffer what we call political axivia non torum. Conclusively, we are a microcosm of the issues in the Niger Delta in the macrocosm. Today, we as a people are stating, voxe populi, voxe Dei.
All right.
right, good evening and welcome to With Audio Respect Extended Version. My name is Kevin Akobedu Taylor. It's exactly 4:47 p.m. U.S. East Coast time. It's definitely 8:47 in Ghana. Welcome to the most authoritative, most listened to platform on the planet right now. This is a social political platform. Our main focus is on Ghana politics. Tonight, we will be telling you about John Dramani Mahama, the NDC manifesto, what John Mahama has said. We will be telling you about his first 120 days in office, what he intends to do. Tonight, we will take our time, break it down for every single Ghanaian to have a clear understanding of what the NDC through John Dramani Mahama, who will be leading them in 2025, what they want to do when they take office. Tonight's show is going to be a very precise, it's going to be educative, it's going to be very educative. That's what I want to tell you, because we're going to take our time to let you understand the NDC manifesto and why John Dramani Mahama and the NDC are the favorites to be given the nod to lead Ghana. They've said a lot of things, but John Mahama says when he's given the nod, when you vote for him, his first 120 days, he already has a plan. Yesterday, Abozige was asked what he was going to do if he's elected in his first 120 days. He could not give an answer. It shows how unprepared this political Bobrisky is. We all know that Bawumia is a political Bobrisky. Today he's a woman, tomorrow he is a man. Mahmoud Bawumia is a munafiki. We cannot waste our time on a liar. Tonight, we'll take our time, break things down for you watching me across the world, especially you in Ghana, to have a clear understanding of what is going on in Ghana politics. And you bring Martina Akunyumuno, Oma Obobo Mechi Domino from the Ghost team, Omo Enede in Semna Aswam Semembra, na Mimbeji Jum Emma Ghana for Ehun, no Crano de Echo, NDC, Amanyo Kono, a year Miminde Chemu, Omo ye, a year Sibio, the Bronibe Freno, a year, Omo manifesto no, Omo di, actually, we are say any Ghana na Omo de manifesto no, actually Ghana no, John Dramani Mahama, Odi Omonim no, or the insemphobia at to just a sans one day, say Ghana for Yamea Dum, na Tomano, na Osaba, so Obetwa, Ninjuma Paswa, and that a year or ha any edunu, 120 days, a bedin in Nimno, sa Nyoma ya, Wabobosu ya, a year 25 no, and no dear. Kiane kin otena soa eno hwadwuma ena all start ya na nyoma na ebi ne den John Mahama akase obechi nkofo atum obehwe nsemu obiebie nsemu nsem bebre na John Mahama aka na say 120 days de ebeye ground breaking den record, because nyama bebre a sebio waka kirem no the first 120 days no obe make sure say wadi hudwuma eno enende nwumre ye bedwudwum ama Ghana fo nyina ehu no kure no. Remember NDC John Mahama ni NDC fo oma ka kire Ghana fo de omo pese omo ye edebo Ghana de omo sebio omo kekensi ani omo ma ye nyina yehu de omo pese sebio omo ye yaka eye Women's Bank ya chichirim ende enya ho kwan kakra besa chichirim. There are other things NDC for akase omobeya sebio yeka 120 days John Mahama se onya tumi ade obey no se emra wo ma ye de anu nyina so ebeka ho ema wate nyoma yi ase we a platform ye de chichire nyomem ye de ebie Ghana fo ni sebio atro ene de abedru ha because of lies eno ene abedru ha intina ama Ghana no asay. So se pese Ghana no efa ne ntoma pefra ejina Ghana na ye pena atro ene wo se yifri e de ye politics. NPP, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, party no a for party. Among kind of credit. Time beyond benya opportunity be some no make se bia no a tro eno mudimo. And nutin ende yebusa Bawumia say in some okano na ano no other na in some no ende wanka so ntumi ya no na oye MMM. If it's a party no ye the atro ene twa fruma. And then you bring where Ghana now Shemia is very, very important. You call a brother, to call a sister, to come listen to the good news. We are here to educate. We are here to open your horizon. We are here to let you understand the real reason why majority of Ghanaians tonight or today want John Dramani Mahama and the NDC back. My name is Kevin Akobedu Taylor. This is With Audio Respect Extended Version. Welcome to the show and thank you for tuning in. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. All right, thank you very much for staying. You're still live on Loud Silence TV. We are streaming across the world. We are live on TV, on Multi TV. You can search for Loud Silence TV on Multi TV. This evening, you'll get us live. We are in 22 African countries, including Ghana. We are live also on radio. Search for Loud Silence Radio. If you are an Apple user or an iOS user, go to the App Store and download Loud Silence Radio. You can listen to us live on radio. Also, if you're an Android holder or you have an Android device, go to the Google Play Store and download Loud Silence Radio. You can listen to us live on radio tonight. We are also streaming live on YouTube. Our official YouTube page is Loud Silence TV. On YouTube, search for Loud Silence TV. You will get us live. We're also live on Facebook. Loud Silence TV on Facebook. Loud Silence TV on Facebook. Our official Facebook page is With Audio Respect. With Audio Respect. We're also live on some affiliates. Tonight, they are cross-posting this show live across the world. Benjamin Wayo Mahama's platform tonight. They are live on Facebook. You can follow Benjamin Wayo Mahama's platform every single day. You can catch this show live on his platform. We have NDC TV. Watch or check the followers before you follow the page. NDC TV has over 400,000 followers. It's very important you check the followers before you follow any NDC TV. They are also our affiliates. They are cross-posting the show live. Honorable Joseph Yamin's platform on Facebook tonight. They are live, cross-posting the show live on Facebook. Kevin Taylor, my official Facebook page tonight. We are live on this on Facebook, cross-posting, and Ghana News Thread. Ghana News Thread. They are our affiliates tonight. These are the official platforms partnering Loud Silence TV to bring this show live to you. My name is Kevin Taylor. You can call me Ibradango. You can call me Ekobedu. You can also call me Yesu Akonta. I'll take everything. It's very important. For the past 7 years, marsh a horror movie we are about to do. The NPP characters are dangerous. I to say Chewa part 1 to 32. A horror movie na Moshe John Mahama catch. There's nothing that you people can do. And some person who say a horror movie, these are some of their products. Yeah! 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 This is the NPP, a horror movie. For the past almost 8 years. It's about time Mwanga Samba realized it, and as we take a decision to make sure you kick this government out of power. They have nothing for you. You don't have to waste their time, your time on them. They don't have any solid ideas. As we speak, they cannot even tell you how they're going to bring the dollar down. They can't. Mahmoud Bawumia met the press. He could not specifically and practically tell them practically to bring the dollar, and the dollar across a year 16. That means maybe the next month the dollar will do 17. It's looking like say Bibia Jiegu. There's nothing. They have nothing to show you. It's a party. They believe in their own lies. They cook it and they sell it. For the past 7 years, this horror movie characters ebi na me boche on emoji na me de chero sisi ano ba omiamo Ekufuadomo Gabi mo bedie tuo and the bedie tuo so say ambassador at large o wie sika kogu they in different islands on na air coordinate money laundering on na ambassador at large. That is what they do. Gabi Ochredakon Bamtimo. This is a family run government. Inti ba omia de or a smoke screen or a koliko eno mu use no. He does not have even the brains to make decisions for himself. We are not supposed to spend too much time on the NPP. We are supposed to spend time on the messenger. Ghana. Economy sikano sebio yebe share sebio sikasem ebejina na so senebia chrono ketashe ebeba from. These are the things we need to be listening to, and these are the things that able to make shaping here how we decide. So when you come on platforms like these, it is not about Obi interest. It is not about Obi tribe. It is not about Obi hine. It is not about Sebio Obi Bibia Ojin say Sebio Nisagana Nyanya. It is about we the people. And when I say we the people, it's about you. It's about the decision you make. Apomudin papa bebro, ebebro ekwanpa, ebema wonya insupa anom, ebema wojuma ejina obimba embegu ejuma, ebema sebio katahye akofoma, sebio ende wonam Ghana, untumi enji eye police impondi, untumi nji sojandi, untumi nji eye de eye baby obe rebi obe business. The confidence of the investor no ekọ. Eye enimtia disrespect. So this is a place aoba senior pese ye chechire ye mind. So it is important. Say na so many people watching us. It is business. And tonight, the yebe say yebe chire Ghana fom ama Ghana fo atiase. John Dramani Mahama ni NDC for messenger asofoma obi asum. We enye comedy. We enye dabi. For 8 years, this horror movie we have been watching, we are tired of the comedy and the foolishness. This is the time we have to do some critical thinking. This is the time we need to be asking some very critical questions. This is the time we have to be questioning the system and demanding reasonable answers. Obi to be busa question, but the answer you get should be reasonable. Political party be to meet your manifesto, but the manifesto no, and then the practicality. The ebe to my yasa brabo no, and no important. Inti ofui be to meet your manifesto. Jimmy be able to match your manifesto, but the manifesto now watch no. Sansam na wakache na ode gu paper so no. Eye woni sa politician no ana political party no boni free be social contract. Eye woni no eye empam anase apama mafa sebio for 4 years no we ndisu a obetumi sebio wetu no. Into this is the time for you to also be thinking and asking yourself, parties muni sebio in seminar makano, which one do you think can change my life? And we are here to let you understand say the NDC, omo message, omo manifesto, omo samobakano, it is realistic, you can relate to it, it can change lives practically. Yaka say realistic, nyome bia, oto wane ya kachira wa would we ni bubu out to say, we de ampa, a bit ma bim. Yaka say, something you can relate to, asemi obi kachira wa to say, asemi yaka de, we de, I just say, miya na bijina semnu na oka, inti anono utumi de umusha semnum, utumi de unhonka waka say, John Mahama some way there yampa ma some no ka me koko ni na me je e fertilizer for free na koko input bar for free asem okay there me asem na make you can relate to it and esa manifesto it comes with honesty. These are things e was said de bia akoto aba otena se na obusa ho nsem. My job here is to direct you, is to guide you, is to force you to understand say you need to think and make the right decision. I am a messenger. My colleagues who are on these platforms, this platform, they are all messengers. The ghost team, no, they are messengers. They have sent me to tell you the truth. Asempano enati. Ebia oneme bon ton bako. Ebia o time inti because ebia o musician be o penasem. O time if you say ebia penyini bi jimi ena metiano. O time if you say bia me mama ya huneni. O time if you say man ke bi ama o party. But asemo no enyo bia na ne pe Yesu Kristo asem. But udru eye Bible mu anasa oko ewiasa fa na nyina ye obi a sebio na onim Yesu da enso asem no ne hia no enti gi asem ni di ogi asem ni di a eno ene beje wonkwa asem ene beboa wo ema sebio aban bi beba obebie ndwuma ma ongu edwuma aban bi beba obeka no kra kire wo ontwa watro aban bi ba odi nimdie sebio ebe kekere man no aban bi ba obebre no ho ase etie wasem a onni watem aban bi ba enye se ekuo bi nti na aban na ba eye Ghana nyina nti. These are the most important things so you Ghana nia you need to be looking out for. Uti obi se chema wuntumi a wejimi naturally wejimi onye nipa bi a obetuma adwene fa ontumi ntina dem endwene ensesa nipa brabo nti so ye nipa na ot Ghana. These are people omudi party ma so hu se wejimi nko ade enya de ode ade bia eye substantive bia ba beka wabrabo ho. For 8 years jimi ya ne be ma hwe left ne na hwe lefty de oya na oye ontumi nsesa chema untumi jimi a ono ankasa ne mba taafo ba ko ode gina ayuom ewo no because of galamsey sika. He cannot do anything better to change anybody's life. In this way Ghana you o passion ewo party echi ne ti asem no and the mu bebre mu twi uber na nye uber na also twi osanka wote bank bi a teller mu bebre mu dwumegu wo bebre na mo excavators mo ye small scale miners am register ya dwuma excavators ya de akoma obi mpena ewo infa ewo nkran emende ogisika o ya Ghana ni otia o ya oba edwuma na wo ye gu edwuma no ende mo am Commander Sugar Factory area Cape Coast aga Commander Sugar Factory edwuma and for the past 8 years kamudu do nkamusi dan. These are the practical things we are talking about. Intimem makwase bi jimi bia ne be ma hwe left and is a chairman won't me and the Bema a left, ne nine so a left, na junior left, Emmetna TV song a canquasi as some wejimi, galamsey no otu. Yesu, a contamaba, mebeka sempano, Emma Monso, Munya Eddie found ye. Now, let's take off business. Mr. S, Mr. P, are we good to go? Mr. S, which one is this? Mr. S, which one is this? You sent me the last video you sent. Which one is that? Into mo share a screen we swa. Nyoma egusu ni nyina ye be say ye kai ho. We ye nipa bi a ye ku omu 2020 elections. Mahama Bawumia so onka ho asem. Nana Addo Dankwa say onka ho asem. Eye MPP 4 from Michael Kwei, Hakamada Wusu Ajiman, J.A. Kufuor, ahemfo omdi di MPP echi obi aso onka ho asem. Sam rantie ne mbaba we ye kumbia omundu 15 years kura no. NPP aban a omoda ho teso no, omo say omonka ho asem. O ye Ghana ni a, this is what's supposed to worry you. O ye obatan a we ne say how. We ye Ghana fo a ye ku omo a, and the president oteso imfie 9 eko mfie wotwe o say ombie na numpo enka nche Ghana fo say ne ya. Mahama Bawumia enso per president di yebusa ne se nipa ye ku omu yi how o se enha no when yi anumpo ankyere se ade no ku no ha no nti ekum we ne ye de be kai ye ho we ye Ghana ni we ye obatan ebia woto aba e wo santase na wo ba e wo hemfa e wo ebia eye tema wadwene ye wo se obada dem opia bonte bebo ni tuato atwene. This is what we are talking about. Nti ye ka bambo security protection during elections. These are some of the things that ye ka ho asem kire Ghana for. Into your bad time now wo hweme na wadwene o se wo de wo te bantama nti obi antimi nyoba bibia ebia that day na yeto aba no 2 days na oba se ebia okọ ne wo fa ho e wo nfa e wo fosu oduru a MPP 4 ebe ma obi atwutu abonitirimu tu ato atwene. Mahama Bawumia se onka asem we hu asem wo da ho te Ghana se ye de ye obi a na se odwen se ento a se hu se eja eda onyonko abodwuma a menka se eja no enko eja no sansuo si wo de ho efiri ade chi a ebia wo ena ejabeto abodwum we eyo banyansafo yebuni be ye nkanasam. Into the pictures you are seeing there is in remembrance ye kai omo a Ekufuor ne na aban MPP 4 Bawumia ede omo aban eku omo. These were people who were murdered. Me say okay, I get you, Mr. S. Me say nipa ya who almost screen is sorry on the screen no e nipa Bawumia ne Ekufuor mo omaban eku omu nyina. Don't forget, and we will remind you every single day. Election eba no enye so kwoto abama eye aban a omuku nipa sere. And the NPP spokespersons nyina ebetena TV so obi anka ewuo we hu nsem. Mahama Bawumia jira TV so ma journalist busan se nipa ya yeku omu yi enkura yeku omu yi ya bo mutirimu tu eku omu a se bi ebi kura nto aba na odwene ho sen o se ono de onye na adwene so obeka ho asem saa nipa ne se kwoto abama no me de efutu na me tu. MPP is a murdering machine. It's a party that kills. Omuku nipa sere. This is not a political party. Any Ghanaian should give them any room kra e wona brabom. So ye Christo ni ye Muslimi papa na wo de mama bofom na wo de yefunu to se wo de wosom eye de onyankopon a saa party we eye wudie for party omuku nipa sere. Ebe sin de Dr. Mahama Bawumia se on kan sem we hu hwe adentira every say kuma ye kum emrante ne mbaba we no eboa no. He benefited from the murdering and killings of innocent children and men and women. This is what we are talking about. The NPP is a murdering machine. They can come back and change their name. They will come back with different faces, but they are the same people. JJ Rollins, these people kill, they murder, and they don't care. And Bawumia now be the president. I hope president didn't add na wonka we hu asem. He's not going to say it because or no another police council so omo no musuma police for ni bia omo ya kronfo eko ball we mu nyina tuo. Mahama Bawumia the police council on a chairman. Police for a small muko boss atuo no ni omo. Nana Addo Dankwa Ekufuor on the commander in chief of Ghana Armed Forces. Soldier for akronphobia no mo fra soldier for ma omko boss atu no onimo mu nyina enu ntina Bawumia se onkasa every say day no omko boss atu no na omo ti meeting mu and omo decide say sa criminals no omo fa police for ntade any soldier for ntade show mo no mo koku Ghana for enu ntina nipa nwotwe ya bo mutuo Mahama Bawumia so ye Kristo ni papa onye mu na fiki onye Kristo ni owi preko no mo nsa wo dem a ade ntina yeku enkwara etese ne mba a ose onka ho asem. We need to get serious in this country. Mama Murimfi, the killings are omoye no, omo kunipa, and nisa yedi omo eche omo. This is the record of NPP. This is the record of Bawumia. In some Kenyana, the record ni. The record and I made it show no. Bawumia record and I wash no. This is Mahamudu Bawumia's record. He still wants to be president. Why? Give us answers. He say no. Boku Obimba will lead the Ghana Police Service to murder people. 8 people. Tell us. You could not even tell us you were sorry. You could not even say Ghanaians, we are sorry as a government. Onawaka collective assem. You could not. You avoided that question. Bawumia could not apologize to this young girl's mother, to these young men, their mothers and sisters, their fathers. Bawumia does not have any empathy. Only anything. All that he needs is power. These are the bloods. Ekata Bawumia. Bawumia is walking in blood. Mahamudu Bawumia has murdered sleep and he will sleep no more. Because the police, the man they infiltrated the Ghana Police Service to murder these people, Bawumia knows about it. He is the chairman of the police council. He knows these people. That is why he's running away from this. But Bawumia has murdered sleep. The blood, free nipa we mutrimu baye, free omuye frumu baye, free omunemu baye. These blood, sa moja we, is soki Bawumia. Bawumia will sleep no more. He has murdered sleep. We ku owo na owo ema Bawumia enda. Bawumia needs to come out and apologize to Ghanaians. The party is a murdering machine. The NPP, the Omobekachemu Bia, don't listen. Do not listen. Ochirama Bekiremu Zongo 7. Nipa ensuma ye bo mutu wo Zongo. Omu yenkrimu fo mrantie. Mahamudu Bawumia has refused to speak on it because the blood is on his hands. This is what they do. They kill. They suck blood to maintain power. This is Mahamudu Bawumia's record. So I can say our record, or a recorder. This is Bawumia's record. Under military leaders, we didn't see this. Under Soldier Fuabain, Yehuwe, under Mahamudu Bawumia as the chairman of the police council, these are the records. They are all Kenyan among forget it. Omukunipa, a Yehudi for party. They don't care. They kill and they smile about it. Now, Mama Yanko nim debia mema. I'm not going to take it down. Mr. P, do you got give me the direction? It's going to stay here. Debia bekaimo. We are not going to take these pictures down. We are going to keep them there. Send a oba time bia or sheme. Oba ewuma. Sa oba ewuma. Sa baina ekum sa ankora we. Sa baina bituma sa ekum. Very important. Ghana politics be do na ayehu. See ama MPP twaswa MPP ebekum ekumma. It's a fact because oma yebida and I made it no. Now, all right, Mr. S, we are good. Mr. S, guys. We will talk about it later. Guys, let's talk about this later and let's see how we're going to strategize it. All right, my team no and I had to just respond to them. Now, the reality is that dollar no across say a year 16. And some about me can and dollar no kwa neko. It is not about coming to stand there. Your questions about two anima utia sikama journalist. No. Sa journalist on free commerce by ubiaji 20,000, ebiji 40,000. Ya the plane a kofa omo bae, any mom baby die, any feed you omo, and omo questions, any sama omo 40,000. Old Ghana cedis 400 million each person, and the kukumasi. Everything cry omo can be. This is what we are talking about. That is the danger. Into buzamu se omo nyesa sikano way, omo di sikano be bremo election day munji sikano. Omba be sika, mamenka bi binchamo. Right now, no we sika to the point to say, and when you hear Bawumia speak, mamen can't show, and not everybody will tell you this. Bawumia krameka, he'll be surprised. Now, mamen can be bincho. Fremo Pari knows about this. Bawumia, while we are galam say chen Bawumia or Ghana, you bet you what to. Mena me catch row. Tie Mahamudu Bawumia. So we are galam say chen Bawumia or Ghana, you bet you what to. When galam say Bawumia ye. Do you know that Galamsey Bawumia is involved? Ope omom ye Galamsey or Ghana campaigns. Galamsey So we are galamsey chamber umia ebechiwa to mamika bincho. Sa excavators 2005 a year in Yinano. About 60% ewo kusibuatin ho. Reverend kusibuatin. Ne ho ne wo. Ene no mode ye obo project. Kusibuatin. Yeah. Now my mention or the kudientia. Every time Mahmoud Bawumia gets the opportunity to speak on Ghana economy now. Also right now his focus is all on gold for oil. My mention. So I gold for oil now all push the agenda no. It is an agenda we create here. They are making billions out of you. Into a study here, Bawumia is not so much into digitization again. He doesn't care. He's not so much into fighting for the dollar to come down. He doesn't care. He's so much into gold for oil. Intendo Busan questions Adentina are buying way at this point, you know, you into a worker's car, also gold for oil. Obusan say, I don't corruption about Ghana too much, also gold for oil best solve it. Obusan say, they say Ghana near to know, Bibian Koye also gold for oil. The reason is that gold for oil no ene Bawumia cash cow. Now, omo wiye sika nya dollars egu dem they are scared, especially by the champomo, they are panicking. Do you know what they are doing? They are buying gold with the dollars. Is you see ano omo tough physical gold. Omo di sika no e dey ama different agents. And omo catch them say they should turn the money into gold. Because they know when power changes, and people know where they are. Into right now, quickly, no, they want to convert all the money into gold. Send a beya gold there. Obet to me to baby baku ye see a bit my last 10 years. You cannot question. You can get gold a wadaka be semu na 500 billion. Gold a wadaka semu ebia 20 billion. You wouldn't know, but 20 billion in cash, it will be so difficult for you to carry. And it's not. And Mahmoud Bawumia any opportunity, every opportunity he gets. Oh, gold for oil will change the economy. Gold for oil is the new, because right now, no, what they have done is Bawumia in the group, no, they have set up a gold buying companies. They take the dollar, they go into the system and they buy the gold. Into gold na do point to be almost nanene into bar. Into to be nani gold. Into gold bars. They keep it. Into the dollar you'll be looking for, no. Sikana we free Bank of Ghana any deals dollars so they don't want to keep the physical cash on them. So what they are doing is right now they are basically buying gold. Into Bawumia, every statement he makes bia a gold for oil. But the question here is, so gold for oil it may change bibia. Why is the fuel we are buying still going up? He's moving away from fuel now, because the main reason to gold for oil on the buy and say it was going to stop fuel from rising. Now, gold for oil buy, no, fuel is still rising. Fuel, so they were 23 and they do 20, they do 16 and they do 14. Check the rate at which it has dropped. It means the gold for oil did not make any impact, but he's still holding on to gold for oil because he owns it. Let me tell you, when was the last time Otis Ekufuado Ebien and Raka gold for oil or Ghana? Have you heard Ekufuado speak or say anything about gold for oil? Because gold for oil, and Ekufuado does not own it. That was an idea Bawumia created to make his money. Go into the archives. One artist Ekufuado Raka gold for oil. What is it with Bien and Raka Bida? Gold for oil was created by Bawumia and his team. Alolo, Gideon Boakon, Bawumia, but they said to Rabachiro, those are the people who sat in the room and said, okay, say Ekufuado and the Bushman are doing their deals and making so much billions. You, Bawumia, you need to also create an avenue to make your money. This is what they came up with. They came up with gold for oil. Andrew, I will share the press now. Every single second you get to be also gold for oil or sit through gold for oil. Almost to me at the gold 5.7 billion or so there. You know that? Yeah, that is what they are doing. Right now, no, what they are doing is Bawumia is actually cashing out from the gold for oil policy. Me see, when did you ever hear? When did you ever hear say Ekufuado ejira baby ka gold for oil da on KBDA? Why? Because he does not own it. Because it is Bawumia's idea omudi ria Ghana for. Andrew Amubusan question bia, he will go and land on gold for oil. Ubusan question bia, he will go and land on gold for oil because that is the new business. That is how they are washing the millions of dollars they have taken from Bank of Ghana. They know. Oya galamse chemba umia ebechi watum. Oya galamse chemba umia. Into dollar no across it 16. Let's not get it twisted. Ebedu 20, ya catch them, and this 16 no, what they want you to know, and yet that means some case they do 16, it means it's at 17 because the same media house where Joy News, right? Almost said the CD hits 16 to $1 on retail market. An emphatic statement. Almost CD has hit 16. Now here the same Joy News. CD crosses 16 to the dollar on the retail market. Depreciation woes continue. In one breath, almost 60 hits 60 dollar hits 16. In another breath, almost the dollar crosses 16. The dollar has crossed 17. Oh. They are telling you what the president and the Bank of Ghana want you people to know. The same media house has reported two things. In the first one, almost dollar no edu 16. In the second one, almost $1 no across 16. There are two different statements because when it comes to exchange rate, a cent makes a difference. When it comes to exchange rate, $1, 1 cent, 1 peso, every single kobo makes a difference. You can say CD has appreciated maybe 10%, and you can say CD no right now it is 16.10. That 10 there does not trillions. It is a oil business. You can say we have 20,000 liters of oil, and yet let every cent be that every liter. So no say 20,000 liters. Not every liter 2 cents. That's why. Do you know how much money the person has taken? That is how a exchange etie. Into one media house, in one breath, and this is today. In one breath, the dollar is 16. It's at 16. In another breath, the dollar has crossed 16. It's dollar was 17. Now let's move forward. Now I'm sure, my dear, the dollar is at 17. Now I say you can't say, and I know most of you guys, I am on Tiasia. Okay, businessmen are Ghana. Majority of them, they are happy we are doing this. 90 or about 85% of businessmen in Ghana, capital shit. You don't see the seriousness in the dollar now air cost run. I make be sure. So dollar drew 16 and that's 17, right? Now will be a businessman. Now 100,000 Ghana cedis. Or changes 100,000 Ghana cedis now. Because dollar no was 16, no, the sika no so a better shim. Now sa sika na eswatero. Listen, maybe I won't first account to bank on your investment into one tiasie. Say a businessman with $200,000 cedis at a bank, maybe a 2 billion Ghana. Na okoda endra na jo. Na sa 2 billion Ghana no, or changing into dollar. Na so benya ebia $400,000. Na sa 2 billion Ghana no, or sorry no pa. Na dollar na akosro. Na o cheke sa di cedi na da bank no. Afedi o sa obenya ebia $160,000. What the trend say? One, sa company no egu. The rippling effect, one, the production line, I stop it. When the production line stops, you cannot pay your workers. You cannot pay utilities. So a bank loan, then you'll be in arrears. It is going to affect every single part of your business. It is a dollar, no, a changing number, 1 cent. It affects business. And then you one business, so business upon business. And it's like you don't have to joke. But he does not even want to speak on the dollar. The practical way they will bring the dollar down, he does not care because he has no idea. Onim the omobe to me a change dollar no. Into one is simple say dollar nako 14, dollar nako 16. Or no be general just so the rate at which the dollar is depreciating is 23%. It is good. No. If the dollar depreciates even 0.5%, it affects a business. And the moment a businessman seek at that bank, 2 billion, a debechi, next what about 400,000. What happens? And they say the production line in break down. Now he has to find a way to make sure vacuum no sa gap na abeda no, he needs to do what? He needs to fill it up, because sa sikana overnight ayira through the carelessness and incompetence of a foolish government, he needs to find a way, because for the bank he's paying workers, he's paying some other things, his production thing, the equipment, the light. These are things that don't wait. You need to be servicing them. These are things that every 30 days, or some of them less than 30 days, you have to be paying. Bank loan, 30 days, you are paying. Electricity going down 24 hours, 3 weeks, you are paying. Your equipment, you need to do what? You need to make sure they are up to date. You are paying mechanics. You have so these are things that you cannot wait and say, me train 6 months, your workers will go on strike. So what do you do and fill that gap? This is the job of the government. This is the job of the vice president, or the head of economic management team, to try and help the businessman. How do you do that? You need to bring practical solutions that their monies that they are losing, it will come back gradually. But this is the situation. Also, the goal for oil, nothing is changing. People every single day are losing money. In the South vacuum now, Baumia each day through the MPP government, they are creating the vacuum. They are creating. What is happening? They say, businessmen, 90% of them are in debt. So they are running their companies on debt. And so run a company what happens? And they say every single day goods be alcofabiano, sa goods every single day loan be also tibiano, sa loan in ebekamo, and the Uji loan of Ghana over 30% interest every week, every month. Yeah, you get it. Now, sa vacuum, you need to close it. How are you going to close it? It means usike bi eda baby and can say backup money or your investment, Sasika, you need to go bring it and fill that hole. Now, so 4 billion be the hole. Now, so for Sasika no ever shut sa hole. Remember, the dollar cannot be predicted. The government is not doing anything to stable the dollar, to bring it down, the value down. The dollar can shoot up again, 18. Now, the 4 billion now, they will create another hole. Meaning, last backup ne dahona, and not the audience say, anka kelasumi, and the emphasis ankano. That money too has been entered. The government is eating into everybody's money. And do you know the repercussion effect? What is going to happen is, it is going to trickle down to the point where companies will be doing what? Will be sacking their workers because they cannot pay. That is why the unemployment rate is high. This is basic economics. And internet unemployment rate is high. Into the fundamentals, and then they say, get it done. Do whatever you can do. So also with the policy to solve that problem. Now, at this point, SAR policy, is not actually solving the problem, because Okachem say good for oil. What does it do? It needs to bring the dollar down. Finished. So I can say good for oil. Okay, we are so what I want to see is that Misika America Bank last week, Sa Sikano is actually sitting there. Say Esra and Tekra, I will say Jeremy. When introducing gold for oil, my money is still dropping. I'm losing interest. I am still paying high taxes. Then it means your gold for oil did not have that impact. Meaning the gold for oil, that is why you are championing the gold for oil. It is about gold for oil. The gold for oil is not changing anything for you. The gold for oil is making things better for him. He is making money out of the gold for oil. Intina, we're journey free the economy. We're journey free digitalization. Now he's doing gold for oil. What has gold for oil brought to Ghanaians? Into 90% of businessmen in Ghana, they are struggling. Because if you tell me that your numbers are good, you are helping the economy. Every economy that is growing, it means a lot of people are getting jobs to do. That's how the economy grows. Every economy that you say this economy is growing, it is not growing because somebody is selling wachi. It is growing because so many people are getting work. They are being employed. And when they are being employed, what happens? They get money. And when they get money, they spend it on the economy or in the country. And when they spend the money in the country, then everybody is able to get access to Ayesika and their interest. That is how it works. So you can't tell me your economy is growing. Abra, your work unemployment rate is up the roof. No, that means your economy is not growing. Because Juma and Sana Faswaba, if there are no jobs, you cannot pay taxes. If there are no jobs, you are not going to get profit. So when people are not working, when people are not being done taxed, no, people are not contributing through work, you cannot grow the economy. You can grow the economy on paper, but realistically, you cannot grow the economy in people's pockets, because you will tell people that they are doing good, but inside, they are struggling. That is why so many companies in Ghana have folded up. That is why so many people in Ghana today are being unemployed. That is why so many businesses today are scared to invest in Ghana, because the leadership is not telling you people the truth. This is simple. Sabaumia a solution to our problems. And Kendra will share media and Kobe catch practically what he can do in the next 2 months to bring the dollar down. On to me. There was nothing in it. Because aboso kind mete swame mete anyanchirem mekofa nkatie se mekofa ebro me kokonia de me hia ne say at the end of the day you can protect my capital. So we are buying, that's all to mean protecting the capital of your citizenry, the working class, then you don't deserve to lead the people. Because your main job, especially when you're coming from the background, say you are an economist, the people's capital are supposed to be your priority. Protect what they, at the end of the day, worked for. If you cannot protect my income, you cannot protect my capital, then I don't need to give you power. Because I didn't remember to me now, na me capital, misika me getri, misika me da hono, sa sika de bia eshi. You cannot lead me. Where Jimmy, you are not supposed to be given any opportunity to lead Ghana. These are the things we say. I almost say, oh, ye deep in Natem. Jimmy. Let's go to the NDC manifesto. 120 days, John Mahama said, obey Edian. Obey Nyoma in his first 120 days. I'm trying to get something down here. Yeah. Okay. Now, Mama Yanko. Wait now, oh, I'm so sorry. I have to take this break. Quick. I'll be back. Give me about 2 minutes. 2 minutes. You're still live on Loud Silence TV. My name is Kevin Ekobedu Taylor. I am your host. My production team, they are called the Ghost Team. It's time to do the do. Time to do say ye bedwum amagana for ehu the John Mahama say Sebio say yenmana akwenya say ombedi Ghana nim from 7th of December 2025. The first a year 120 days no the obeye. And we are Ghana near Sanyoma we and I was out say okay. My mention the John Mahama said the first 120 days no obeye. Now Oma kan brofo Imredu se inchirichirimu no ye be chirichirimu ama Ghana for ehu no kre no Ghana bebia wo bia animre no imredu se obetie asempa no na sebio webusa ho se we ni ehia na waktu ho fo se we de meto aba ema saade John Mahama peso ye no the first 120 days no abem into we Ghana now hwe me a this is the time I was wutie asempa no mama yenko na yenko hwe de John Mahama say the first 120 days no obeye a okan won manifesto mu. Yes. Okay, all right, Mr. S. Now, this is the first one. Now, before Ebeka John Mahama a year the manifesto assembly, this is a very important message. Our phone CCR, but number we. So, what person o check is udin ewo easy registered moi. CCR no easy for a short code be by ya. Oko na se obos short code na omo 250 pesos a chrono de easy omo kanu kre. NDC4 ede a year a free short code ede abro. Say we fan free. We a free. Into kuta phone CCR and found say by yere and I say a dien a banchi and found say a iPhone and I say a Samsung dien. Nina say we a NDC4 ede abao. A free. Opese anadwi o check say udin e registered ma. For phone and once we about *928*124# oba ebetweaba ebema wehu se wudin sebio ewo eyedien register nim ubehu details voter details no nyina no ubehu follow eyedien directions no ubehu de sebio eye de udi wo ma na se wudin nim any information a efa wo ho se ewo ho ana se ni ho MPP for efa kwan bi so e ka kire nkofo se omonfa omo Ghana card mra na omonko page omo boa obi obeka sa akire obi ano oje Ghana card na kosie okoye duplicate okose okoto aba ye be chewu intimenfa o Ghana card mo obi a the NPP for person ye ne se omo gigi nkofo Ghana card e ka kire say ye ko page ma o we de bebie company wa ha for Ghana card bra omo je Ghana card na omo de ko register ama obi e wa Ashanti region. Na okosa okoto aba ye beka kire wo say wedding card to aba omesa ma police achew inti wo ye Ghana ni a menta mo Ghana card mo bia memfa mo bia se onfa nkopa adwuma ma omutumi ma odwuma bia omoboa inti se de omaye no omako Volta region omako some part of the western region central region and omasoma nipa bi say omonko na omonko kan kire Ghana fo no bi say oh omokwa omonka so mo beba mo adwuma into obi anfa ne Ghana card mbra sa wo do Ghana card show bi nsem information also you know obefa or the beko Ashanti region near the akosha bantama for register mu se oye dey bantama voter into wo konsa okoto aba wo central region ombeka kire wo say wo watu aba dada e wa Ashanti memu into enya de bema watu into we Ghana ni a never ebe free nne ekoto aba ekosi December 7th memfa wo Ghana card wo voter ID memfa bo bia so bia ka se ofa wadwuma enti fa Ghana card bra fra bra nefa beto ade cha wa beje bra na onfa information wo so na menye now NDC4 omo de ne yenji sika e free o ye MPP ni o ye NDC ni o ye afafranto o ye kusi o ye otwen o ye kokuo omo se wo kɔ ha information bia opese wo hu wo de be den wo de be hu se wo so to aba ne bi na odi wo ma wo be hu your website so ase a wo betumi akɔ over www.iceontheballot.com okohwa and also ubetumi access information no www.iceontheballot.com www.iceontheballot.com okohwa that website look at phone see ubetumi akɔ our website no you can access and then you know say about ubetu bi anasa won to be now the short code no a free NDC4 de omode aba omunsisem say we Ghana ni we Asantini we Ahunani we Kowni we Mfantini we Bununi omode say Ghana for into we Ghana ni nko ade a we free short code no star 928 star 124 hash. In fact, our phone is here fa na yendi sa adwuma with 2 minutes na yemfa adwuma de nhihye so. Fa our phone is here fa is here the fast. I mean him free so. They also is here say bo star. What bo star na wi? Afi bo 9. Obo 9 no. Bo 2. What bo 2 no? Na sabo 8. We are no bo star. Obo star ni we are menjina no sabo 1 2 4. We are not the hash not at all. No bo enter green no. And no the woman nyina beba. Sa aba no betu bia obehu. Say NDC for MPP for you would dear free ma obehu. This is how you will know. Where yenjisika are free. Are free. Isi dia no omo wiem, omo giu sika 50 pesos, omo boa, omo gisika ne di. NDC for say are free. Into anadwi o hwe me make sure say what check it. Amafo be say the service is down because so many people watch this platform nyina air try to get on the system. That is how these things work. It is a try na say the service is down and chere say enye dwuma. Amafo be bre air try so mo be na anadwi and ntina ama system no air choked no. Take your time kakra it will give you access to go and check your voter details. So ebia service no air down on short coder. Your website also www.eyesontheballot.com and also on Sabeka and Aminia number www.eyesontheballot.com www.eyesontheballot.com. I send you a catch for there. Now we share your street side there www.eyesontheballot.com. But we share catch for www.eyesontheballot.com. So a different and side here. In 20 bro for cool star 928 star 124 hash menko ye www ma honko chiro ai mo amoye abrofo no mo amode database no www.eyesontheballot.com ye ne de www ai it mo we use short code no 9 star 928 star 124 hash you will get access to every information. Thank you very much, team. I really appreciate this. Now, Mama Yamfa Jumadi and Ansha so www. Hey. All right, now time in it say a bit jum actually. Or some say after a breakdown of a year, John Mahama first 120 days in office. No, your best social media segment. There's stories so how was he jum in jumne the obwa. Michia ahemfo mo Ghana nyina ahemfo amoka no kre michia mo ahema amoka no kre michia mo asofo amoka no kre michia mo eye sebio impenifo a moniefi a sebio mo ye nananom a sebio mo na monim abakosem no michia mo eye ahemfo amo Ghana mo nka no kre enwumbre akonwa moteso enkum ntontwene eye asofo a mode nyamedin editro edada nkofo ye politics nyankopon enkum nyina ntontwene ansa na afe no a ende eye sebio impenifo ahema amo Ghana monim no kura mo mpesa mo beka sebio mo ne politicians age ademudie etwa atro eche Ghana fo a mo betena TV so ne ade eye akonwa moteso no enkum ntontwene asofo a mo age ademudie eka etwa atro ema politicians edisika ehihye mo edada Ghana fo o ma asore dem no asore na mo girem no Bible no sebio agrada enkumu enhyemasefo eye mo Ghana fo mpanifo a monyinyini a monim no kore a matena aban mu mo so a montena aban mu mo anam ne Kwame Nkrumah esi so beduru ha monim no kore a mo mpese mo beka mo dada nipa ewo kokuo mu no onyankopon entemo nkwada so onkum ntontwene mmabaawa enketesia emranti a mosisu a monitua no kore ahokyere nyoma nkoye a mo se sebio Ghana no party bi be lose de nka Ghana nhye no onyame enkum enhyemase Ghana ni bia ondwene Ghana ho ondwene ade adwene pama Ghana sebio why adwene se onim no kura mpese beka onyankopon enkum amen moma yemfa dwumade no enhyehye so egigim amafo say ye ne ebe wara Paul be ai at the end the ebe show no but at the end the Paul the oh Lord, and what is my house that you have brought me this far? Hallelujah be to the resurrected Lord. May we speak like David spoke. What are we? A simple West African poor country that God will bring us thus far. When this cathedral is built and we dedicate it to the memory of Elohim and to the worship of Elohim, that's what we will say. Who are we? A silly, dirty country in West Africa, ignorant, that the Lord will take us and change us and make us a global story. These things happen spiritually. It doesn't happen by economics from Harvard. It doesn't. Jeffrey Sachs has been talking to African countries. What has happened? Nothing has changed. He talk, nothing has changed. It's not about economics. It is understanding. Yeah! 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 horror movie for. Oh Lord, Paul will die because he has been cursed, not from me. Some woman has cursed Paul. Oh Lord, Paul will die. Oh Lord, Paul will die. D die say D, and the D to the D and the ultimate. Oh Lord, Paul will die. In what year? 2024. What month? October. Oh Lord, such a poor guy living in a poor, dirty country, moving around and sleeping with dirty young girls who are found of dirty condoms. Oh Lord, Paul will die. Paul, all right. Now, oh Lord. Now, this John Mahama Akasa, NDC4 Akasa, Mahama's first 120 days social contract. The Omochene say, John Mahama say, Monyan Mujidi, say, Ghana, ene Onyankopon Adom, say to me to Obama no man be president. Eye enda, 120 days, dini nimuno, die obeye niye. Endra yebusa abozege also on the obeto aso ayedwuma yebusa aba omi asa na oba o first 120 day na so enkwasa se mekufu ado aye meto aso onim nyansa mo fa ne to nchen mo ma yen discuss Ghana nsem. John Mahama said the first 120 days no owo nyoma poli a o pese wote hu se so oba saa nyoma ne de gawu to Ghana ata ye gie adwa enama mpese otena so a na yedi hu dwuma na ebi ne ene den 1 John Dramani Mahama say, 1, yen kind of brofo ni yenjum. Nominate within the first 14 days the complete list of cabinet ministers or parliamentary for parliamentary approval. Or say, ya tuaba 7 December or swear anase oba independence square na onyankopon kokroko ebie nanim kire no na Ghana ye de akoma pa ebom pa ye di ne the next day no 2 weeks ede nanim na watwemienu no obe make sure say ne dey ne ministers no we yi omo amoma ko parliament eme approve omo o se ontena se endwen ye toa so obebo adwuma into o say a social contract de all catch them Ghana for enie. Or say the first 2 weeks, ya to Obama na also making sure say the cabinet ministers we you more and making sure within 2 weeks parliament at Naso aveti omu nyina amoma sati yedwuma only time for concerts. We John Mahama na eka we MBA nimu direct. Enya afena ye beka se ye bekonda asia sorry afena ye kwa chia we afena ye ko dabi. Or say the first 2 weeks die obeye ne say or by being the cabinet ministers. Now we push them a parliament because Mobile the majority in parliament. Some John Mahama majority and the bed dean so be pushy na cabinet. Sebio or did the ministers na ko major to me and into what to Obama John Mahama also to my NDC MP no very important. Because your help by voting for the NDC MP or our constituency no and the better John Mahama within 2 weeks Sadia winina ebefa. Yanko yenim. Number 2. We a social contract or nemo a pama or nemo fa 120 days in the obeyedono. Or say constitute the leanest and most efficient government under the Fourth Republic in my first 90 days in office. Or say 120 days no. 3 months mu I was say or make sure say abanya or no ebeda no abanya aban ketwa. Sebio yeka aban ketwa emunipa obeyi ni omaye adwuma no ebe kakre bi enya na nado danko ekufu ado de ni bi we din kaka chemo so or the 60 ministers for the be adwuma into say in the Fourth Republic no he is going to be the first president or the minister 60 pe be adwuma into the leanest aban munipa omusa ena odi be adwuma or say the first 3 months or be make sure say oma awafo omadwuma ene ne ye adwuma e wo baby nyina aban no esua oma Ghana for entuan kwase sika ma nipa bi ene ko Jubilee House wiifo kokemfo ajantrafo de TikTok fo no muguo kwase afo de bi kro mo mba adwuma ye sore na etu oboka ekufo adonko a uko Jubilee House nipa be 1500 de adwuma na dan yetu emo eton ma Egypt fo Obaba Omia officer, on an office Kumana, I say, your ton kerosene wohono, nipa over 25, and obiaji over 50,000 Ghana, Tete Ghana no 500 million, and no more to war, dear no more ya, and Kwasiadie. Mahama says, San Kwasiadie no, on Pesobezo. 60 ministers, he will make sure, say, the first 90 days, no, the leanest government, no, he's put them together. Mr. S, I want people to pay attention. So you need to be cleaning the system for people to have full concentration to listen to the NDC for manifesto no energy John Mahama ka very important. Ghana for the dodo na imagine so beton Mahama assembly your person mo tiasie. It is Mr. P. Clean the system and make sure those who are ready and willing to listen to the facts and then you keep them on the system. So it's very important. And I agree also Jimmy for the their problem is that we are doing the job. All right. Now, the next one is this. The next one is number 3. Establish a robust code of conduct and standards for all government officials. Also, I say yetuminya embrade to ho. Senebeya obi a wa adwene say obeya John Mahama aban mu adwuma no. Also hu say embraketi bi dawa sebi ubusu a also free na aban mu. Na etia John Mahama eye Vicky Hammer eka say sebi oni de osudaye na se onya sika bi a obejai politics oni ne nyonkofo na edi agorosere John Mahama pamono. This shows how John Mahama also saw sa nyoma ne so, even though na ebia Vicky Hammer no na only that intentions, it was just a comment she was making. John Mahama ka say we are public servant nkwade, some of the comments when you make it the perception ebetumi affect o career any aban no inti twon. That is what leaders do. Inti John Mahama say eye den eye oba or the emraketing beto. All right, Mr. S, you can go ahead. Mr. P, you can go ahead. Or the emraketing beto, I make sure say eye emrano and the bedie jumano. O ya ne MP, o ya ne minister of how abine mu nkwa dia. Na se emraketing no when to men disua obechira kwan. If we say this is not the time or beso so nkwasi asem. Number 4. Hold a national economic dialogue to discuss the true state of the economy and prepare a homegrown fiscal consolidation program to guide the budget. Or see, and the first 120 days, the Obenen say, na within 3 months, 4 months, Obefre Ghana na Sibia or no time in 2014-15 time at Atroyanchamba ya Mahama or per se na ye free SHS. Tama unusa free SHS of a whole country say yenye dialogue. Tama John Mahama echo IMF okoji just $900 million pay of the whole Ghana na ekufu to omunyina to catch them say this is the situation we are in. Ye per se ya dwendwene ansa na yetu anamon or say oba what he's going to do ni say ye be free Ghana fo nyina wanka so be friend this fo nkwa or say obe free be for the national dialogue. Ye beto nsa afra hemfo. Ye be fra sofo. You be for police for, you be for teacher for, you be for nurse for, you be for hima, you be for a small scale miners, you be for a cocoa for, cocoa farmers, you be for Ghana for any fra for, Sabio Omo Yebua for, you be for Ghana and Quarani pin for, Yenina Yabeshia, na fe. Ya dwendwene asisi ya dwene po ehun sene ye dig omani sikasem ebefaso o se sa dialogue no ho na obema Ghana fo ehun eye dwiri ma ekufu ado ne na aban edi Ghana into ochiramu dwirim no a na ofe wakase ye nyina no se si ade na ye befaso efise ono ya aban o wona dwenkyere se ye gituma ene de bekekere man no John Mahama onye autocrat. On to me, share them and say we decided into say na yenko. He believes in democracy. He believes to say, okay, no swaka, no be swatch na adwene, na we actually na adwene, na dey achire man. In John Mahama say, even though they are government who are ready or which is ready to make sure say almost save this country economically, no, they also want to involve you, the citizen, oto abayi omo. Into yabeji obi adwene kyere. Ojo obi adwene kyere na afi nyina ya ba bankrom say, okay. Asimesi musike na omadi dia kanie sesia no de yebetumi aye entotoya yebetumi aye ama Ghana sikasam ejina ne naso no sei netie na Ghana for mu hu ni sen or say the first 120 days these are the things he's going to do. So you have to understand say John Mahama is thinking of inclusive governance. That means emfawne udibie any baby awoti any age. John Mahama wants you to be part of running this country, and that is one thing na Nana Dankweku ado ne ba omiamo o ma sideline Ghana for. And omutumi could take a decision. Say, oh, young ko yi toll booth mfro sebio ebubuafo enifrafo ena wo toll booth omo ye adwuma nya kakra omo pam omo gu abontene no mo bu toll booth ade chi a omo se yanka nkyere mu ntide mo gimi yete ya omo se oh by force e-levy omo bu aban no for 8 years omo anje Ghana fo adwenkyere every say Ekufuado Bawumia ene MPP aban wo no omo hu se ene agimi omo de 2 million na omo pe na sebio 2 million na e wo sanke boaye no omo hu ni se wo se boaye. John Mahama said that kind of governance, he is going to involve everybody, whether you voted for him or not. Country situation and so a national dialogue will be put together by the NDC first 120 days. Now, Oba hold a national economic dialogue. All right, here we are no. Now, or say 120 days we no be. Within my first 90 days in office, scrap the following draconian taxes to alleviate hardships and ease high cost of doing business. E-levy, COVID levy, 10% levy on bet winnings and emission levy. John Mahama said, Moto Abamana, December 7th, the first 120 days, in fact, the first 90 days out of the 120 days, e-levy obechem. Bet tax obechem, emission tax obechem, COVID-19 levy obechem tie. Or say the first 3 months, sa nyomo nyino obechem. Sa taxes we ade abeto Ghana for yem, ejuma, ebre, etete. Nanado dankwa Ekufuado, Bawumia ade abeto mo so a, ende also mo twem no. John Mahama ne NDC na no pokwa agima mo so power. First 3 months, first 90 days, sa de we nyobe move work parliament, ne ato aba ne etwem. E-levy, John Dramani Mahama said obechem tie eye COVID-19 levy amutia sa tax no. John Mahama said the first 90 days obechem oba eye 10% levy on bet winnings eye betting tax or say obeye fru obechem ena eba emission inwusie firi mu ka to a Ekufuado onum wi se kusie Bawumia mo omonom drought se nkusie omo kura no omo fa tax nto omo pempem omo se enwusia omo se omo tax enwusie no. John Mahama ne NDC se omo betwam Ghana fo abre sa tax we fa so ni so opese oma Ghana fo eho eden ehin ha omo tie me we ni friend obi onim nyansa obema ohawe da wo so obeye free wo so Bawumia da ho ye president or da ho ye head of economic management team onam Ghana na ojimi onyi tax we free wa say na ono ontumi nye koto de ne bodwe ofui opede efe na waja agisamba na de edin de so ontumi nye because enyo na president. John Mahama say momma ne tumi a first 90 days, the first 3 months obe prepare parliament sa tax we nyino betwam ye jujam 6 o'clock, 10 in Ghana. Good timing. Now, within my first 90 days in office, review taxes and levies on vehicles and equipment imported into the country for industrial and agricultural purposes. Or say, tax and another danko Ekufuado ediato eye sebio eye machines anakasa yedi bebe yedi beye ekuya ene sebio machines yedi bebe companies yedi beye dwuma aboa Ghana no ende yeti Ghana na another danko Ekufuado one Bawumia omo the tax akese na atoto so oso ba de oben ne say obema ye nyina ya tena se na we make sure say sa taxes bi adeda sa anyoma bi so no also sa hwe ne ye o sa de ne ni hwe ne bi ka say reviewer e bia tax na adeda sa anyoma no so no do e bia obi farmer obi farming company obi ha our company a opeso kofa cars ba na o de be di dwuma e ma sa company na e be boa Ghana mpuntio no na ye de tax chenchene yakoto no so John Mahama say oba ye free bibi review obesa de ni ahwe biem de emfaso ni so no obete so because ebi mu ho a e wo se sa anyoma ne ye mo ho kwan no mutumi de ba Ghana no mo de be bo adwuma e de be fa nipa e de be kikire man no into o say oba review 90 days the first 3 months no obehwe sa taxes no na wahwe de sebio emu odin dodo na wagugum se ne be ya eye businessmen a omo ye into agriculture business agro business omo so e de infidie ba Ghana sebio omo kafra brochi no omo so ebe ho be hinha omo a omo betumi akra mo e de be bia ndwuma e ma Ghana fo enye biaye we eye agro business for omo wa agric mu omo so import cars ba omo de equipment akese ebe ye dwuma these people John Mahama e hwe omo se ne be ya obeboa mo omo dwuma no omo ahenha omo into ɔse taxes a ba omiade ato omo so sisia no the first 90 days yɛtoma na ɔde n'ani bɛhwɛ deɛ ɔse ɔte so no we ekokompe abosio kan we ɛne mo a moyɛ business mo kra articulators, tractors, harvesters, modizers, deɛ no ɔse ɔde n'ani bɛhwɛ taxes na ɛda so no ɛso ɔse nyina ɛtena se ne yɛhwɛ deɛ mu ɔden no ɔso gum where John Mahama the first 120 days is the so be now oko enima ɔse commence drafting needed legal amendments and prepare for implementing the 24-hour economy policy under the office of the president. Or say the first 120 days the obey say omo be start aye enkrata ene emra omo de be tie 24-hour economy no making sure say it take it off or no ene betena epono na no or no ene be chair 24-hour economy no or no ene be lead a failure he will take the blame. Into say because he wants to make sure say 24-hour economy no it will take off and take off well no he will chair it, he will lead it, he will start the commencement, he will make sure say the legal backings emra was a territory emani gina ne naso ema omo amode on ba behemu no omo nyina ensuro ehu se ebe gina ne naso aboa Ghana no o se one na betena epono ne ti na we make sure say 24-hour economy no ya pagya to so ya pagya to mu pe na soja na afi obia join it na spread wo Ghana na sebio na Ghana fo nyina ti ase into o say ya de mra betare to in the first 3 months no on one be di anim say 24-hour economy na failure because on na be chair on na betena pono na no ono obegya tum but o say see there the intentions is that the first 3 months no 24-hour economy rough officer he will start making sure say ya ne mra sebio Ghana mra ebotwo emu odene ebetuma aboa wo Ghana ni aboa wo nyonko Ghana ni ama obia so eho ahenha no ye adwudwam intiti ase John Mahama said the first 120 days 24-hour economy obehye ne se emra ye beko parliament akofa emra den atareto emane gina ne naso aye pintin se ne be ya Ghana fo behu se we de enye bosremuka na sebio aba se eba abeboa Ghana o se opese Ghana fo hu se 24-hour economy ne hia nti ono ene betena pono na no obia obetene mu no ono ne be di anim aka se yenye ni sei fo adwene bra asubodie anase any blame ba or say he will take it. That is why he has decided to take that upon himself to lead the 24-hour economy policy. Yanko enim. Ye jujum omdidi atamko ebe jujum eno de untumi nya hwe. John Mahama said the first 120 days nyama obeyenie. Yeah. Mr. you have the green light to do that. Now, also the first 120 days, establish an accelerated export development council, that is the AEDC, to promote export as part of broader strategy for economic transformation. Or say, so oba in the first 120 days the obeying. You will careful bebre Ghana. Sebio eba enyoma sebio yaye. Ya pese ya koton no abrochira. Sebio because majority of agro farmers omo into agric omo dua nuaba edua cashew edua nyoma omo pesanka sebio omo ton bi Ghana wi a omo pesa de aka no omo pesa omo koton na abrochi no because abanya etisu entumi enkeka omo nyina mbom ti John Mahama one of the main words he been using and he has been using on his campaign nyina aban ekuafo informing cooperatives because some form cooperatives are mutumi decide senia mo be kan mo beton mo nyama ama aban anase mo de be kwa abrochire o say nyoma ye be ko ton abrochire no obe make sure say ye the value aka ho ono ankasa na sebio obe make sure say sa dwumadie no egina ne na so into we no okasama omo ekuafo a omo kuro anase omo dua nnuaba a omo tumi ton bi ofi a mo pese omo ko ton na abrochire na o say de omo pese omo ye ne say omo pepe ekwan bi so a omo promote Ghana nyoma ya ye ne wo ha ye pese omo ton e wa abrochire no because we have become an import dependent country de bia de ye dibia de ye bia pese ye kraba John Mahama say opese o hye eye ekuadwuma no mu kena se ne be ya omo betime dua bi afidi Ghana na sebio de be ka no ono ankasa di anim na sebio omo package ne ye echichiri ne ye e mani gina ne na so na omo tumi ton e wa abrochire enti ono de bia oka o say se mo ye kuafo a mo form group. The more amabaye group no, yenya cashew nut for omo 200. Na mo ye cooperative a. Mutumi decide say aban ye nneoma no ye ton ni sei. Aban no mbedi ano, ebo a mo pe no titru no monsaka. Na samoko individual na ye ding. Until when it comes to export, omo so omo companies omo ye nneoma mo pe so omo ton the package wise very attractive specific countries omo hia nneoma bi no o se na aban no ebeboa mo dimanim a kire se uko Yugoslavia omo pe abenkwan pa intimo amoye abe no mo target no be Yugoslavia Ghana John Mahama aban no any Yugoslavia for no company no Ministry of Trade for no ebedin sawoso se ne be ya obetumi ayeden asolve anase wo de onyoma akode Yugoslavia enya hosika inti we any nyoma opese the first 120 days no o mane be dane mra se ne be ya Ghana for ekuafo companies manufacturers munyina mo behu bebi amonyoma beko obedi anim aboa mo ama sebio nyoma yentumi endi ni nyina wa ha no yentumi ntoni nyina wa ha no yebetumi de akọ ye neighboring countries kra Nigeria, Benin, Burkina Faso, Cameroon, omo nyina mo hia nyoma ye wonyoma bebra etumi pro ye wonyoma bebra etumi manufacture because aban entumi enso businesses pa ema omo ntumi enkoton nti ana nyoma nyina ye ka ndi John Mahama so ba the priority ba ko be businesses are mutumi produce a lot no you have to rely on that government na aban ne bedi manim ebeboa mo ema relate ama enya international collaboration se na be mo betumi enya nsawoso edi nsawoso etumi adi mo nyoma no akọ aburuchira koton enya sikade abagana or say oba sa and obey. Now, uko wenima or in the first 120 days the obey ni convene a national consultative conference on education to build consensus on needed improvement to the sector. Or say bema yenyi nyina yakoma abafom ne adwene bibi ho a sebio yesua de ana education no asay. Adikodienti asay ne say sebio wo hwe Ghana your constitution mu a e can plain say eye obia right so obeko school na emom no yenye ne kakra se ne be ya yadesua ana school na nkora ne kono eye de eje eginapo no eye quality no emfiri ho se ne be ya enye se wako school keke obepie no na won hyeda ni den on hyeda eni nyanse bia John Mahama so ba the first 120 days no obe call it for a very intensive national consultative conference sebio omo Ghana adesua de omakoma so no teacher for academicians omo a sebio omaredra e school kom ene adesua mu no ono mu nyina betena ase na ya hwe ye school no sene ye betumi atenetene no na akwara bi wo school a obenya nidaso obenya ahotoyem say school a mi kwei sebio me nko ne keke because kwase bi say obi anko school na mi ko school na konya nimde nti ye betena ase na ahwe free SHS, basic education, university. Sanyo mani nyina yade ni nyina bete pono so ni yatenetene no. Ni ehun se eye yenkwara na omuko school no, enye school keke. Na omuko school akonya enimonyam, akonya nyansa ebeboa emomako omonim. Every school there obi atumi ko. Na emom de obenye free mu no ene hia. And there enkwara ebenye free school mu no eni ho. The quality part has been taken away. John Mahama so ba onya obi a owiase nyanse nyina omo awedra ewa adesuam ewa school kom ewa school ntoteyemu no obefro mu nyina your friend consultative conference omo betena se na omo adwendwene na 120 days mu no you take a decision a ebetumi ama your school kono egina na enya SS nko a primary university polytechnics nursing obe make sure say your school sem no you da tena pono so on say ade we ade a NPP nye bi da. The NPP, there has never been a day Omaba Bema, Oma Fred Ghana for say young Guinness and Yebeko, Omunye Bida, a Jimmy for the Biam Gujibli Adomui, cocaine, Omu Repima, a body patu, the Omunimano. No. But you see, the NDC, what they're doing in the say, they always try to build this nation with more Ghana for. So what's the NDC for manifesto? Every single thing they've said, it is not just them. It is always about you, your opinion, and your support. Sana MP NDC for omo manifesto. Sana omo chichire man. So we have John Dramani Mahama. Uko wechina could do Atamels, could do JJ Rawlings. Party no nensuno de omo de tie ne se nipa omo ti krom no omo adwene sebio omo bre sebio omo adwen po ene ye gide begege ne da chichire ene ntina ye Social Democratic Party nipa ne hia asem ene ye party ne hia asem in this West Study NDC na every time you make your manifesto biano, it is about the people. It is about the contribution of the people. Because omo hu omo so omo num wiase nyansa nyina eye omo to aba omo tima anim no tima amufo no adwene no e na omo gye na omo so de omo de ka ho e de kyekere man eni tina JJ Rollins ba otumi rural electrification project enti otumi de light ko inkurase e ma na asini welder e ma obi a se bi o teacher ni enya bebi tina sa because nipa na omo ho no de omo pe a omo ka kyere aban no eni tina atamos ba no the national health insurance scheme enya de mutual health because JJ na di mutual health ba e na kofo be ye obeto a mutual health so and atamels ba be ye the national health insurance enti Ghana ni bia no sebi obi a ho be hihan no omo hwe de Ghana for pe omo dwene Ghana for ho ansa John Mahama eba is to make sure say we be see the e-blocks around the nation akora bia benya school papa mu akọ aye den enya adesua papa obesi hospitals obesi road works obe make sure say de nipa ne pe se ne be ya emma omo te circle a ote adenta onfri adenta medu circle no 4 hours obi a circle num a sebi wende onfri adenta about 45 minutes embre dodo obetena ka mu no ende esuatwa ode abenya sika ukọ kotokraba obi edwanim because ye maame nom ye nuanom omo pedwuma aye omo pedwuma de edi omo pe bebi atena omo betuma di omo dwuma into ko central regional kotokraba market 7 nipa bebre oba kaso a interchange no ende ama traffic na easy ufri Cape Coast eba Accra efo ubetumi den spend the last time na wakwa ye wodwuma no aba ukọ asantememu a kejetia market ene si oboyai minuanom asantefo ende etumi di dwuma ema sebi o minuanom asantefo ye maame nom sebi o first no omo kodwonso kwa na emrante ehwe omo gyadan efise konkom na omo dwonso ende John Mahama besi kejetia market ete sabrochire ende school wom fire service wom medical facility wom ende utumi ko restaurant wom ende ukwa unya bebi tina insuo to a insuo mbo adwene a eda omo tirim no nipa no a omo ti kronum no de omo pe a ebema omo braba akoso no eno na NDC dwene ho it is always about the people. It is not about some individuals and our tribe. That is the difference between the NDC, that is the Social Democratic Party, and the NPP, that is a property owning party. Nya distinction and the difference no, and then a beboa mo watu aba ewu party a pese eboa any party aboa. For the last 65 years, party a friend NPP NC Regional Hospital or Ghana. Oba tembi a wawo Ghana Kwame Nkrumah ana champon anase John Mahama atamels JJ Rollins Hospital no ma wum NPP NC Hospital ma oba anko wum da enye party yufuo kuo yanko enim. Now oba wenima or say implement the no academic fee policy for all first year students in public tertiary institutions, universities, colleges of education, nursing training institutions and etc. John Mahama said the first 20 days, 120 days, obe making sure say within that first 4 months, enquire omoko tertiary institution first year for obi antua fees. Tie. Omo ende omo SS omo tro results ochina omo tro exams ochina omo nyina de obe pass akọ university the first year ontua fees. John Mahama said o tertiary o university o college of education o nursing training o polytech o tech o legono first year ura tertiary institutional sa o first year na o twen say ubenya loan emba no o se sa first year aban afa sa aka no. Na de be ne se ukọ second year no akọje de loan, third year waji loan, fourth year waji loan, now de wie. Ti John Mahama say mo a mo tro wasi ende a mo hwe me anadwi. Yire wo hu na tro na wutwa na so results ne ye ura university nko ade a o first year no men ha wo ho. De wo hia ni so hye ni this way a wo de gu de obagum okọ a ye beje wo efri say John Mahama any NDC aban no e be fa ka no sa ne te. That is how it is. And the first 4 months, ono your friend be social contract, ono wa tonchia, ono wa edi ampam, or see way and or so be. John Mahama ye be den. Why ye be pay yo JMA Mahama oka obey you. We nya de foforo. I say use political use no. Bawumia political Bobrisky on kanokre and your bar or chino bema. John Dramani Mahama achro into your Ghana ni na wotro wasi enyumre abon sem. Kase ma bra wo bra na swetwa first year men how this way energy drink and one toothpaste and me here minya dross me ensa kan ho and one John Mahama say me first year no wo de ma me mo kakra ontua obetua sa me first year me fees na mame otua ni nyina tena fie de always so ya ne say from phone so na busa kwabena na ekosel so ma bibi ekoye o ye da ha ye ko school ye sua de first year afi baako o maame no papa afọ mu ho di o mbetuma yo mudwuma mpeso mo ye saa ene ye de chichire man John Mahama ne NDC so o maame ene o papa asene wei eye bo wei waye bi pen wei onya foforo wo hwe ne nsa no adwuma oye ya university ana senior high school a wutim no NDC ne see so person hu aban odwene ho a busa ho se sesia school a wukobu no school a wutim no MPP ne see omun si bi da university a wutim no MPP ne see omun si bi da nursing training college a wokọ e Ghana ha MPP ne see omun si bi da dwene abaya adwene usuku ho into see na the ball is in your court me Kevin Taylor Jimmy D na de mahunu hu bi da MPP for ya kromfo omo dada nipa John Mahama say we first year university JMA okan obeyo first year obi ntuahwe manenda wutrim now mama yanko enim uja kwa ye jujam we horror movie Wey a horror movie. Now, mama yanko enim. Na ne wo hemfa kura. We dim kwase for we chia. All right, I think we are okay, we 24-hour economy. Education, no academic fees. All right, let's go to the next one. Introduce the following social interventions. John Mahama, NDC for omu ye nipa say. Nyansa. Na wan hwe omu chiro manifesto no. Etitru for nyansa for Okocho manifesto wakofa MPP for National Women's Organizer. Kwasi aba we a waya galamse eku nipa we ono ntumi chiro ndin ono na ebe chiro achechire man ama wo we odwan. Tie nyansa. Introduce the following social interventions. Free tertiary education for persons with disability. The Ghana Medical Care Trust Mahama Care. Oba ye Obama Care. Obi anim de ayama America for. And the Mahama Care ba. Ade because when they see UGMC on the the Ridge Hospital. Mahama NC the Okotamalia. Mahama NBC a hospital Syria. The hospital ewa the Afari. Hospital ewa Kumewu. John Mahama see hospitals or see or the Mahama Care ba. Dia na pesoka. Or see the first 120 days we no oba beye. Bogus. Mama mimbo jumo na enibre na aba no. All right, I'll take care of it. Or see the first 120 days, the first 4 months, you're better say, your friend be free tertiary education for persons with disability. So we study Ghana on my way MPP abaya omon dwene sebio Ghana for omo a omo ho aka ho. Senka MPP aban we adwene Ghana for omo ho aka ho anka Ghana for dodo a sebio omo di dem no omo na ye adwuma otobut e wo the whole Ghana. Nipa be 20,000. Mahamudu Baumia tena cabinet ka say yempam wo nyina mfre dwum ne mbubu tobut no. And John Mahama saw ba what he's going to do in the say sebio ye nuanom a omo ho aka sebio omo pese omo ye den omo etwa omo school pon so de obeye ne say sa nipa ni nyina no John Dramani Mahama ebe make sure say so omo wura esuapon mu nko ade a omo wura higher education mu a NDC aban John Mahama die nim no aban ebe tu sika e de ahwe omo e ma sebio omo so akọ school ni free na sebio uni bibi ekrobia sebio yenuan omo nuanom a sebio omo ho aka omo anfo mo priority anyom priority no ekro no ebre and another danko ekufuado from day one obeye president Sanke Kufuado eyi National Cathedral $58 million numu $2 million kra anka sebio yenuanom a omo fall into the disability group and I say omo ho aka no anka majority of them anka omo nya free education e tertiary institutions. But another danko Kufuado ne baumia eyi $58 million etu amna donko eko jina eko mia me kasa me yiri krom Israel eko top boba $2 million e de be share form omo ejimi. John Mahama say ende sebio uye Ghana ni uye bubuani ebia uye obia wo hu didem mensuro mempa aba de ose na aban ne be ne se moda na koma so sebio utumi sua de epese ura isuapon a de obe ne se aban no ebe ma special privilege special circumstance aban bema special package aban no ebeboa ema wotuma ko school no sebio ewie ede sebio wo moa abeboa Ghana. Okay, it was under NDC and the first person sebio oyenifrenia obey minister under NDC been see that. It's party we no, it's an inclusive party. It was under the NDC and the minister no oyenifreni ne been seen the history that in Ghana. And it's a NDC aban catch say omoba biema people with disability yenu anamo mo aka no ade do makoma so men di omuchim NPPC so from nana wofa baafo akoto yi 700 pounds free in tumem ete MPP besin ne yenu anamo mo aka. They have never considered them in any of their decisions unmam. And they must take people with disability because John Mahama didn't kasem over a year ago. Political Bobrisky ba omia say Mahama ka ameso meka onim nyanse be implement it. Inti se mo ye Ghana ni na se opese sebio unimu nua bi obabi owo den owo confidence se obeso tertiary institution sebio oye obi a ne ho aka anase oye den oye bubuani anase sebio or falling in the bracket of people with disability amema ni nsuro John Mahama sa waka John Mahama so obeye inti we ene the first 120 days no ade a oso obeye now yanko enim commence the distribution of free sanitary pads to female students in primary and secondary schools. Mr. S, get me the story from Samia Uku. John Mahama say, and adewe in the year 2019, time at John Mahama lifted Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman sa. Eka say Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman and opeso obey running made the first woman onimu nyansa pa wako school wako echire odo Ghana fo nyina obre no ho ase ebe ne running mate no. And Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman say, "Embayuwa edana koma so." Opese Ghana mbayuwa muko school Ghana no. At least yenya efoto bi to wa yebetumi ato sebio pad. Ama yemma no enso sebio omudu da age na omomo secondary ene omomo primary no sebio ebema omoso enya confidence no aba nipem. If we say sa akora start bu nsa na se yentumi amboa akora no emane ntumi ankata ne huye ensiesie ne huye na sebio enka bi ka ne ho a na edin se akora no kora obenya that confidence say obetoa so akọ school. Inti Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman from 2018 no start class asem we na de enwanwa nyina ne say before Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman kora start ya o kache Ghana for say NDC abai no senkobo ba power 2020 a anka Ghana for nkwara a ombebu omonsa primary any SS nyina ebenya den part sebio ediaka omo enyoma ho school no. Before that na John Mahama ne NDC na Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman den education minister no. Inti Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman sa adewe na time na oye education minister and no suggest say was say embayuwa bi omo Ghana omo primary to SS no was say omo den was say omo sanitary pad for free omo fanka omo nyoma ho. Time na John Mahama president one na education minister na Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman or did this idea by as way back as 2013 14 15 now nim dey see John Dramani Mahama sorry NDC for the idea way by you know dey na NPP for kan me ba be kyerɛ ade and the NDC for say omunya tumi na sa free pad no enkwara mo primary SS ye de be mo free no. Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman John Mahama say first 120 days omema na ye mra time John Mahama mo de asem we buy time na John Mahama ye president. I'll come back to this matter. This is what the NPP said. Samia Uku sa time na on the NPP fu enim year na in 2014. John Mahama and Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman in 2014 say I was saying more primary in Maba any more SS. I was seeing more free sanitary pad. Samia Uku any MP before Begina TV said Mahama sanitary pad initiative is demonic. Kwasiafo way. Time na John Mahama Nana Opoku-Agyeman education minister. Time oka say I was saying no ye masebio omutu eso enya eden hygiene papa I was here to me more omo pad na omo de ehwe omo ho ete omo ho no Samia Uku aye ne sese opener obetena TV so ka kire Ghana for say NDC for idea omo de aba say I was say emaba omo primary any SS no I was say ye more free sanitary pad no Samia Uku kwase ampanyi wo ka kire Ghana for maamefo ne eye enyanom say John Mahama say pad no de ba no odukoye e de odukoye duro kwasia we ene nam Ghana o baba wo ya ka kire mo say MPP for omuhu Ghana for say mwagimi. They don't respect you people. My first story in Chile will be away 2014. This is what he said. This is 2014. Onye Mahama Sanitary Pad Initiative is demonic. 2014 Samia Uku and a date in a show no. Mumfra Samia Ukunde na mumbusa and say John Mahama mo from 2014 omuka say omo the sanitary pad for primary any SS in Kwara mo Ghana I was say aban to me the cha omo na omo tumi eden etumi ebu omo nsama omo hote no dey na Samia Uku kan ye and dey na obeka kwasiafo we say moma ba omiamba ye president san kwasiafo ni nam Ghana say yedidi omatam hwe eye ohawa omo de Ghana fo akom. This is a young man amoso wako school pen oni de onim nyansa wako abrochire. They are doing politics. They don't care about you. Samia ukubola bed way and when you sika say tem we sika o enele nyina o de nefuaye endra baomia eye president de no on na sika no 20,000 30,000 kwame dinkra 50,000 and omaswa Ghana sika omaswa nkofo fi the whole Ghana betran kran amomo aduane amomo hotel ada esa de omafu plane Samia ukum na sika no Samia uku kwasam panyi we on na esa de no mumuza Samia uku na say 2014 na NDC cast asem we a obeka say demonic and the odwene ho sen san kwasiafo ya say de nkora kogu school wo de akora kogu school na akora akora bu ni nsa sebi odi bedi kura aduane obedi kura ne de ebe ne wenyi sika topad mo na mo se omawofo ho kire omo mo na mo se nkora we de omawofo ehi omo akora ehia ne papa ne maame e de no onye sika topad na aban bi in 2014 ka say e wo say ye masa nkora ne nyina free pad from primary to SS kwasiafo ka say e demonic eye bonsam de eye Mahama de koye duro kwasiafo ende say jimifo we ende school girls are omo SS when betumi atopad 20 Ghana and over school near or senior high school okonya 20 Ghana we e kire obojantra akora owo primary owo JSS we buninsa okonya sika we school near owo SS inde and the sanitary pad one pack there for cry over 20 Ghana 25 Ghana okofa 25 Ghana free hin na kwasiafo you a young man instead of you to be proactive no other kwasia and out party and I'll catch them say we are demonic 2014 and the NDC can same way John Mahama say more man opportunity no December 7 2025 obey president obe make sure say eye Ghana nkwara mo JSS primary SS abayu bi o school bia no or say ye ma sanitary pad eye available abayin na also ofahoka. And this is the contract between John Mahama the first 120 days mi dwudwam we na John Mahama say obeye dia biem na ope we na opeka ya motium ope mumuni aketu amotium wumpe we na ope mumuni abotium tie me na yenko enim John Mahama say institutes inquiries and or forensic audit into the following matters of public interest or see the first 20 days no be bi na sa de no tie me be dwudwam a kire or say or be investigations into nyoma bi ehia pa because krono ankofo boy o Ghana ha no e wo say you make sure say nyoma bi wo hode a enisi etena so first 3 months first 4 months no de sa nyoma we e be investigations and na musuro no e na chema wuntumi ti din akonta wo ma and the oblidi na why ne bema ehwe left ni tia ehwe left ne na ehwe left ne kwase ehwe left o kan kwase asem wo wuntumi no John Mahama said the first 120 days no we no be I say the collapse of indigenous Ghanaian banks and financial institutions at a supposed cost of 25 billion. I say, omoba the first 20 days. The obebie investigations woman a yet 25 billion. Nana adodankwa ekufuado. Any ba umia kachire Ghana for say omo the 25 billion Ghana cedis e close bank. On sendra ba umia shia eye oshia eye so-called journalist for no. On say about banking closure no. On the can or say the banks were not closed, they were merged. They have started using this phrase. And I will study here. More politicians and especially at for no, they are liars. I was saying from day one. Almost saying come and close the banks and come and shut the banks be down anka banks ever run the country down. And so we study Baumia statement or say, oh, the banks were not closed, they were merged. They are now trying to run away from the 25 billion now, almost from the closing banks, no? Because from the beginning, almost a banking closure. It's Mahama sober power, or bet you about Bontine, so Momra. Shred the money 25 billion a year. Bank now close here, no. Send them most banks no were merged. Why did you spend 25 billion? These are Baumia's words. Because today Baumia is saying the banks were merged with other banks. That's fine. To merge a bank will not cost you 25 billion. So if you even said you merged the banks, come and show us how you were able to spend 25 billion just to merge banks. Now, what you say? Intesiano say, Mr. S, I know maybe you'll be glancing through his foolish talk yesterday. Glance through it. About banking closure, no? As someone kind of say, oh, they merged some banks with some banks. Oh, so the merging was 25 billion. Hey, and then can we a closure and the BC? Until we are going to ask you, Jomama, so what you mean about Bontine? Mo match the 25 billion now, most of the merge you, somebody close you, or say, or bet you about first 120 days, or maybe yano. Or say a forensic audit. You can't a forensic audit out here. Krata be a bishum near the microscope, ashe. Assembly wumubia, sikebia baby a coil, the microscope be near the area, a fiber optic cable, asoso, near the information number. Your friend be forensic, and no, you find a bako, your should be a kobe be a coy, baby a sikebia coil, and a brody friend forensic. John Mahama said the first 120 days a year. I'll see you 25 billion a per day. Or say, illegal printing of money. Yetiana Bank of Ghana beka just printing over 60 billion. Obebu samo. Sa sika na mo printing ye, de na mo de ye. O see baby investigations the first 120 days. Where John Mahama ni NDC, omu ni agro ye be chinipa. O sa so say the 25 money the 58 million inflated single source contracts, and yet the 58 million national cathedral scandal, or say, $58 million now, Ekufuado say, or the Akotua Mena, or the Akosi National Cathedral, no, Muntie. The reason why John Mahama said, obey investigations into this matter, and say, Ekufuado started National Cathedral, no say a honoring and yanko pombo. Na emum sorry for any businessman, any ankra, any disikano ebesi National Cathedral. Na omaino enema edien na sase. Yeshushe muno, na the danko Ekufuado in South Ghana sikem $58 million. To John Mahama so ba Ghana for sika $58 million. Na Ekufuado any eye ba umiamu di omunsa bomu no mumbe chiremu. John Dramani Mahama say moba embra mechire 58 million National Cathedral sa menana motu no hono sikano die na mode ye eya ban sika until we have the right to ask questions. Makachire NDC for that's my suggestion. John Mahama National Cathedral sa no face Children's Hospital a best place for Children's Hospital and a very important a suggestion keke. All right, now Otako anymore senior ma in the first 4 months no obe be investigations na mejuju mu kire wo no enu ntina MPP fo suro enu ntina omo person me free power no omo no say John Mahama ni abre na oba now okwo wenima because also tia National Cathedral Ekufuado kofa ba inti e be investigations say o say toto na no o say Ekufuado o ma answer because o say on na a leading National Cathedral no enu ntina Ekufuado suro no because questions na be ko Ekufuado ho Ebeko Jubilee House because sikani nyina eba ne ho oni ba umia ene edien omo ankasa omo Jubilee House ene ti de Ekufuado so Mahama so be investigations first 4 months National Cathedral $58 million e be hwehwem. John Dramani Mahama say ade bia your friend COVID-19 expenditure scandal COVID-19 ye nyina etia NPP for omo chairman bi kwatu mbeka so no nya 100,000 Maslok for nipi also ya che me nya 100,000 kojo ponkroma offer 150,000 ye nipa be bromu wie sika o se oba COVID-19 ye be hwehwem ye be be investigations sika no be be fa ye bia na o se ye hu be be sika no koye it John Mahama National Cathedral obehwem first 120 days so oncho first 3 months yehwem or say COVID-19 obehwem National Cathedral obehwem or say CBA banks ye gu na ye spending 25 billion Ghana or so obehwem e within 3 months or so ye say dwuma no aban sesan ya ye trase ye dwudwam ye frefre ye investigations ye tutu ye bobon ye tutu ne pa no we and your friends up so chechire man we ni abre now or say PDS sa PDS le bia on kai we a ye che Gabi oni bedi etuo Gabi oni eye Bamti ene eye abrantie baako omo discuss che Ghana sika PDS no John Mahama so ba obehwehwe PDS nim.
You can't go below 40.
No, sir.
At all.
Yes, sir. Gabi, you see, we've come far.
I'm just trying to.
Yeah. No, I can't go below the 40. I would rather prefer getting off and just getting something out of it and just getting off.
Okay, so I see.
It's just to demonstrate that this is for me and it's not for anybody. And that is something I want to just come up very strong on.
Okay, if that's your kind of position, then we have to let the others know and spread the sound of moving forward.
Okay, sir. I appreciate you. Thank you very much.
PDS ninie when ya chi omo tape so me bebo kire Ghana fo nyina John Mahama say oba PDS Gabi o kire da kon titiru ni role o play PDS scandal Bamti PDS scandal aye ejapa mesa PDS scandal ayensu o se PDS ni ebebiem omo for Ghana sika DM America for no e ka se omo person be boa Ghana ama ye nyine mu nkane egina ne naso no o se PDS scandal oba the first 120 days 90 days na ewo mu no o de be gina so ye be investigations na won pe we opede yin ye pese ye boa Ghana ye pese ye boa Ghana enie John Mahama South say ejapa nkwan Gabi Ochida ko gi $2 million say or a consultant Gabi so ba ejapa the first 120 Mahama say oba ejapa the first 120 days e be investigations into ejapa ni nuane ejapa de intime nsuro sankofo we na omoa inti Mahama ba o se ejapa ye be investigations Gabi Ochida ko $2 million etuama no say oyede legal consultant no ombe chirem ekufuadu mechirem omo a eye ejapa mesa eye bawomia not PDS board so samunima eye management na bawomia na head ana mumunim PDS no bawomia unim sika onya awom omo a no mo ye involved in PDS no ye be bie investigations in the first 4 months of Mahama and it na MPP from person be free power no na do danko ekufuadu be ko jail. I'm telling you. Or see, Omobese investigations into SML. Mokai, aha. I didn't see a port one I kufuado ebra brasono or see obe be investigations because sika omuria through that SML deal na the danko kufuado say penny MM prosecuting kofono sa forensic audit na eye PMG4 said the no or say obeji a publish ma Ghana for nyina hu de omu yi free mu nyina no investigations ebekoso John Mahama say oba the first 120 days, the first 90 days in the year, Sanyoma Winyina investigations will be opened. John Mahama said, ambulance spare parts deal, Jankroma, ambulance spare parts dear ban and sing. Yebe frobia, we are making one. I say, Mahama say, we need power now. The first 3 months, first 4 months, 120 days, no. Emu 90 days dear be no. Eye omo ananse ambulance deal ekufuado ba Jankroma eni omo amaka no obi ebe se obi alai na nim de wom ni nyina beba TV so ye be hwe de fenchem obi a machirem sa $34 million na ye tamma Jankroma no obi a oka ho bia beba abedwudwam Mahama refi gold mafia ho mo document me no bebro eye the 13th African Games yet to krom ha ema bedi etuo yire at the 15 days and you $15 million. Mahama say the African Games na ending and say na you to me the 15 days and you $15 million no you be investigations San nkɔfoɔ no so mutie sika ɛfa GBC mu ɛkɔma nkɔfoɔ bi $3.6 million. Mahama say the first 120 days ɔmo bɛbie investigations. Into sports minister no now banche ɛkyɛ ɔbɔ no ho tuo ɛkyɛ ɔnom didi tibu bre bi a ɔbɛbrɛ no so we Jimmy accreditation kɛkɛ $5 million, playback nkwa $4 million. Dan kweku yɛ bo ɔmo ne saa kronfo no mo kan no nyinaa Mahama sɛ ɔba and the munya campaign tia no mumbu be na monka kasakoa na monfanya Jimmy ntina Peace FM na monhyɛ didi na tem sɛ bre na Mahama nya power sa 13th African Games way a full forensic audit will be opened. Yebegu be bia kobo bia fire na say me say dan kweku ye boa ne nimu fin say otwen e ka kire Ghana for say you don't host the African Cup of Nations African Games to make money otwen na sika na dey host the African Cup of Nations o ma misika sika na dey host the African African 13th African Games no e ya na sika Jimmy ye hosting ye sika ye host ye den ye host je besen mo de Jimmy titi radio so moto atwentwum ena krono na mote Ghana di radio bo ye be forensic auditor na obeka kire Ghana for say ye host all African Games enji mfaso otwen. Now Mahama say adia your friend Sky Train yete ha Mr. P ena Jogate wanum wi ana no ese pompo Jogate ose okọ China ko sign a contract and our committee, Ghana committee $2 million to a Sky Train. Ebe sinde deche. Sa Sky Train assembly. Deche Mahama so be investigations.
Uni sana na da kwa kufa da Roma. Ye body train et na fensuo so. Seriously. Ye body train na fensuo so. Tie be fensuo so deche. Omo mo Europe, UK ni Holland ni ade omu ni tie fensuo ni ade enche kra. Misana na do de fensuo so no, but me also do ba fensuo na se. Di e kwan.
Eurostar.
Eurostar, yes. Yeah.
From London to France.
Me no kaze si ya no, akaka na o ma wie.
Kwasi ampanyi we and his suit, I see tunu form. Wakotena wuntumi okuma ase ka kire mo say yes Sky Train. Ba omiade nam so na ekufu ado nam form. Ba o Mahama say oba, sa mo Sky Train na mo di $2 million no. Mo ba be yi ano. Kwasi afo. Moto na mutwa santefo tro hwe ba manim asa mokua wakotena amokua meka mokua kwa asa maka mfante hwe nanim sa mokua ba akotena wuntumi radio so ka kira santefo ne asante hene se omo MPP4 ye train e de afa wiem firi nkran abakuma ase kotoba opro mo na motia santememu didi nkwasi asema santememu aye fin ampuntuo bi amba asante we nka mo china no mobunukom otwe deche wo Sky Train no 8 years ya to block me say Mahama say oba what is going to do is be investigations into a Sky Train $2 million a Jogate say wakotu ato ho ye fa Sky Train na ebesin there ye hu Sky Train no into Sky Train Mahama say the first 120 days oba be investigations enu ntina people so end this power no sa ade na omo ye nyina ebo nipa tuo no omo siro say John Mahama be power and see ye John Mahama say Paul go down. Mahamudu Baumia and the heady Paul Gudam so constructed $12 million. Also Baumia on Paul Gudam was in beam. On the Alolo and in the office. Mahamudu Baumia $12 million F in the office war. Sasika no di. Damn na omunye. John Mahama so bad. Mahamudu Baumia ebema answer. Or see say nyame boare na obeye president 7 January 2025 political Bobrisky Baumia and in the group no they will have to answer to the Paulugu dam because so far about $12 million has been spent. Where is the dam? We have no dam. Say Ghana for say this is the beginning of the end. Now uko enima or say Mukai mrebi bluegrass tamana napo education minister boy bi kwasi ampanyi bi beji Ghana for sika thousands of dollars almost over $1 million sa contract no mass contract mukai yes free company bi bluegrass napo and a man who contract and oji sika ni die John Mahama so be president the first 120 days be investigations baby sa bluegrass sika no koye no napo ohwene settingalingaling obema napo abeyi ano or say your money to me, Yame Buane de 2 mission and sa. 7th January 2025. The first 120 days then no. Sa bluegrass masset contract anapo edema abrante bi ofe chirikoji sika no. Osi obebie forensic audit. Sa napo na hwene se tingalingalen no. Obeba abeyi ano baby a sa bluegrass sika no masset ama. Every single thing about that contract ama. Akwa na hwene se bomb na Ghana kekan kwa sesem bedi di kwa menkroma atem. Napo aye na hwene se Egyptian horse nasi. And I'm Ghana did come and chromatem. John Mahama said, "Oh, we need power." Obey be forensic audit into that bluegrass contract. No, now I was a friend of TV, so be chim, baby a sikana a fire because you won't master to be a yet to chrome her. Me say a bayer is a benta. John Mahama said, "Galamsey fraud, child be soon in a year." Echo we see. Chairman won't to me a contamine. And the Gabi or Chedako. Enya kura no betima for Professor Frimpong Boateng ne report no and so far Professor Frimpong Boateng kwa reporter nipo meko jebe 30 John Mahama say galamsey fraud Charles Bisu omo be jiria Ghana sika area excavators area bibia no ye be forensic audit omo be kire bibia every excavator went Kusi Boateng oye galamsey chen obi a oni ba omia sankofo mi no omo galamsey chen obi a Ghana science excavators omo na about 70% okusi Boateng or the galamsey wo Ghana to diamond to gold mo de amugin say enim bebia nyina wo ba Mahama say oba the first 120 days sa galamsey scandal sa galamsey fraud no obe be forensic audit akontama ne chema wontumi eda wasawa okunipa essence asibu nnua ye bebie chema wontumi ekwa asankregwa without documentations bowura asasimu ebubu nnua kwasi ampeyi na ne nan hwe left na adwe hwe left ne bema so hwe left no kwasi atona oni oba eda na otetase ofui no chema wontumi ne nkwasiafo no obia ba beyi na asema no eti krom ha wontumi otetase ofui wo bese obetena nipem etia. Now, John Mahama say, Oba, Adibia a friend missing excavators and tricycles. Mokai, Sada tricycles, no. Sada no mobeto tricycles over 600 na. Nina Irano. It be a forensic audit. Excavators na Irano. John Mahama said in the first 120 days, it be investigations. John Mahama said, bust, yeti kromha. And a bust. A oil. 600,000 liters ni nyina irai yeti krom ha John Mahama say baby a oil no tu koye no ye be ma oil na saba bust ni yeti krom ha about 600,000 liters of petrol diesel you see area boa manana ni aira John Mahama so ba the first 120 days obebie their investigations Sputnik V COVID-19 Health Minister and who born George said your ton 55 Burkina no SARS Health Minister no better na TV so can say yes makofa a drug abremo makoji hu sikedi or say Sputnik V sa edro na Health Minister Ajima Menu ya rebia won ho no so be investigation sa sika no e wo say a kire bebia sika no koye asemeba o John Mahama say any others yeka say an others and na asem na say et say Shatawale be perform na yeka say an other artists and ye bebre et say Shatawale abegina stage na ya poster ma Shatawale na ya tro ase no and others and many others na so mama come be 1,000 because Shatawale on a campaign no ompe onti ase wale and say Shatawale ebe show na on a headline show no na ase no because obi anya important inti ya tro and many others John Mahama say and many others that means many others no ebi ho mpeso beka na ehọ ne ebe hu say sebio de dondo be fro tigare anasa tigare mom ne be fo dondo yeti krom ha adikudiente also Toma Mahama the 120 days the also be no mienko enim ye gidwam wadwa kwa John Mahama said institute a government policy banning political appointees from purchasing state assets yetia ena brand champon omoton assassinate for hotels mom enya okuja to ablakwa any endis for money edi ankan kwasiafo we ton snate hotels ni nyina fae yete ha ena Sir John bibi obi anyankopon ku no ena Sir John asase a yede bo oman ho ban kwasiampanyi otonton man ho ene ne party for led by Rebecca Kufuado enkranfo asase omogiye etonton echichema omo ho John Dramani Mahama so ba or the mrabe to kinkim aban mu nipa any aban mu nipa ebusuafo bi eni wo so to eye oman asase finished. Opesa oku corruption, this is how you start it. Last okasa manifesto na so say ono ene ne ma in a macrama will not have the right to buy Ghana ejapade anaya sase or say oba omo de emra policy beto ho wo ye aban mu nipa wo yire wo macrama do not have the right to buy government land. Me say the ebesi wo Ghana ha no, this is the beginning of the biggest change ayehu bi da. The first 120 days obe make sure say abeye mra se chiwa obeko jail. You have to hold JM to his words. Now I may say a very good statement. Maybe say me busa one question. Dina John Mahama account the political life ma wanye. Catch me. And I just say MP before. Anka John Mahama in his political life. Anka we chat through anka komo mother. Assembly makatu Mahama subiana a misinterpretation, misinformation. And I wa yes we John Mahama say and the Ethiopia. Me say that Ben obi say John Mahama shagana for bo. Wine so. E bin sida. Kwasiafo enkomo obi ankomo de aba. John Mahama never in his political career say wa Ghana for bo we ndi so. Take John Mahama's word or say obeye. And he track record and ye did padi. Until you prove to me say John Mahama she Ghana for bo na wa ndi samra no so. And the other say John Mahama kan okre. Ba omi ahya bo one district, one factory, one constituency, 1 million, one day and day one ni nyina be so anya ba kumpo. John Mahama, nobody in Ghana's political history can come out and say John Mahama it can be beach Ghana for 1 year. E bi ni ho kan kwasiafo nkomo kan. They be in chat so and John Mahama got a dying and John Omuntumi can say John Mahama ya trofo. John Mahama untumi njinindi. Say John Mahama untumi kan cham say untumi njinindi, untumi show me bibi a chest say I cannot trust him, then I'll trust him. Prove to me that I cannot trust him. But I can prove to you Baumia you cannot be trusted. Because as some Baumia kibia ambim. And the Baumia take blame for the nonsense now or say he's not going to do it. Baumia Asia President Mokai Oka Cape Coast Airport as a moon you can one pay attention on Cape Coast for one team. Baumia Cape Coast as or say at the end of his statement or so the airport is going to be between Cape Coast and Takoradi. That means the airport is going to Cape Coast though. Almost between Cape Coast and Takoradi. But I thought they said there's an airport in Takoradi. We with Jimmy. We Momo Jimmy. We will find the tape and play to you. Andra. Now me share the sound and say akwa we kusie. We listen to details oh. Yani yetie ba omi we just don't listen to him oh. E fine yenim so kan okre but we people like us we listen to details. Say oko share back ko share eye beating the presser. Mahmoud Baumia say Cape Coast Airport no afedi omo besin between Cape Coast and Takoradi. That means the airport is not even coming to Cape Coast. Now between Cape Coast and Takoradi dey na wo ho. Baumia nim nyansa o. Me say I'll pull the video and show you. Na me tie na me bo me trim na me say me krom fantefo mama san kwasiafo we dada mu biom dia that is the end of you. Osi is going to build the airport between Takoradi and Cape Coast. But before that, Osi the people of Cape Coast, I have good news. We are going to build an airport in Cape Coast. Endra kwasiampenyi oshia journalists for no. Osi the airport is going to be between Cape Coast and Takoradi. Where is the airport going to be? Only any intentions of Bobo Monfantefo. My team will pull that video or chiname bachro. Mamin come and hey, there's one day. Or say allocate seed money for the establishment of the Women's Development Bank. John Mahama Women's Bank na bedu. And John Mahama catch the Ghana for. And the Ghana for a marty through. You see, I know sometimes we sound say Edna Mahama to me dwene ba ho sa it is because owoba onim nyansa o kana ho sa running mate and osawo oyire a onim nyansa. So in my priority John Mahama priority because Professor Nana Opoku Agyeman wa fam onim se ne Ghana for ma bre enti de bia wo vice president for vice president onim nyansa memfa kwasea ne hwene se dan a obetena nipema na order sa ne ye no. This idea, because his running mate is a woman, that woman is thinking about women because she has been through that before. Into for running mate, for the only answer, men for kwasia. Oko for kwasia, obo kudi kwa menkroma tem. Oko for kwasia, obejina ni pem de obeke bi achiro pacho. Ofo nyansania odwene Ghana for anything you see Women's Bank. Now Women's Bank na dey. John Mahama said the first 120 days, they will make sure say aban etumi atisika edi ate ade ye friend Women's Bank. Now, mameka be bincho. Mr. S, today I need to break this down for Ghanaians to know the pesa ye kapa. Now, she video be. Mr. S, I'm on number 7. Remind me. Mushe video we. Oh, sorry. Mushe video we. But John Mahama said the first 120 days, Women's Bank no, obe make sure say ye the sika ati Women's Banker. Mbabe koho akonya sika die sebio ehunsi honi eye very low. Now I mention the difference between the Baumia copy of John Mahama wa nyansa nim me be kire wade bi. This is Baumia or say almost so our idea be.
The government is from every time the Omoye business, before businessmen and women, the person every time with you. May a dear idea of power is and yes, a dear idea of power is Sika, business. And not a hero. Women Sika, who to me business in the two institutions there, but who a Women's Trade Empowerment Fund. Women's Trade Empowerment Fund.
Enti se utie ba umia or say or the BB by a friend Women's Trade Empowerment Fund. Be very observant. John Mahama said or the BB a friend Women's Bank. Now obe making sure that the government will put up a women's bank. That means the difference between the Mahama so person ye and the Baumia person ya. Baumia de okan or se mo hia sika mo ye ma inti be a fund. Now, the question is, where are you going to get the money to open a fund that would sika be gum achicha mamba? Baumia so ne de no your friend Women's Trade Empowerment Fund. And they take your time every day on manifesto no, they did not give any details. But so what is your CBB a funder? A sika sebio yatam ediesiwa yeche yengwene se sa sika no ede de emfaso beba. John Mahama say your friend BB Women's Banker or best the Bank of Ghana to open a bank. Now remember, when the Bank of Ghana be a women's banker, it's a business in the name of Ghana, right? Now, as a Bank of Ghana be a women's banker, say in Siwunu cry 1%, and for Swabia Bank it goes back to a Bank of Ghana which belongs to you and I. It John Mahama is not going to go lift money from somewhere and come dash the Baumia Kano a Maslock 2.0. A Maslock and a Baumia a change dino iron day Women's Trade Empowerment Fund. A fund does not bring interest, but a bank. When you establish a bank, even if a manico women's bank, that's the omunya de 1%, the bank recharge 1% interest to cry. That 1% interest can be put into something beneficial to the country. It's baumia idea and say, oh baby, a fund. The fund, where are you going to get the money? Because your country is already down. You need to be able to make sure say every single money obe ye free aban sikemuno e was say edem faso ba. Now we know what say economy no. O sa ka kire man say o be chiche sika for free. You need to be proactive. You need to make sure say obe every day no o de adwe e be kwa koji kube. John Mahama pese ode adwe ekoji kube. Inti man betua little to access loans from the bank. Interest in what form? At the end of the day, no, they will pay the interest and it will come to the bank. It will come to the Bank of Ghana as a government interest. About Ghana. Inti between these two, no, John Baumia any idea about what he's talking because he is trying to copy what John Mahama has said. The John Mahama ni NDC kano and no. And the only way at this point in our financial status, that is the only way we can empower women. We can help women without going broke as a nation because we are already broke. We don't want to deplete Ghana your resources. Baby, I couldn't say no cry. Into John Mahama say he is going to instruct the Bank of Ghana to at least put together a women's bank. The Women's Bank does not belong to him. It does not belong to me. It belongs to the Bank of Ghana, which means it belongs to Ghana. Inti so ba kwaji loan 20,000 na interest near 1%. Sa interest no eba Ghana for ho ebe sa me abenya faso na we be a fund no e also ko Ghana for sikem ko yi sika betum na ocheche. Now, what you sika no, why nensambe to yanshim? That means you are going to increase taxes. Into John Mahama, Asamoka, and Baumia Diokano. Baumia is basically trying to copy John Mahama, but on him that deep thinking strategy, into what Baumia is doing in United States. He is still going to impose more taxes because Sikaka Krana Akano, you are giving it out for free with Jimmy. Into the Women Empowerment Bank about a empowerment fund, a dangerous. John Mahama said Bank of Ghana and a better bank. Bank of Ghana to banker Enfasuobiano, it comes back to Ghana. And he said, Embano Krako na Enfasuano Eden a 1%. Enfasuano come back to Eden, the government of Ghana, to the Bank of Ghana. You bet me the Sasikano, also a be at the Fufro Edia Boama. And no any other chichere mine. What be this in you also be a fund. Na sa fund na obi no mo beto esla mo bete all the fund mo di musika nyina contingency fund sika John Mahama teto ho say ye daachi enkwara no omo ho kire omo a ye de bebo contingency fund ne esla mo be di sika wo mu nyina wo do kwase esa ka say wo be another fund na go for sika wey Bawomia oni message o Adebia John Mahama cano no change words no, but he cannot implement it or he cannot break it down well because enya on one kasa na adwene MPP omo manifesto na hollow he me decide say me spend 10 minutes when this MPP manifesto me guno NPP manifesto nya manifesto some group of tribal bigots omo ankasa intentions any omo opinions. There's nothing in that thing a bit to develop Ghana one day. I'm telling you now. John Mahama said, launch the following priorities job creation programs in the first budget. Or say, Obey President and the first budget, this is what they are going to do. Ejuma Ura program, National Apprenticeship Program, and 1 million coders program. We didn't catch them. Or say, the first budget, no, be making sure, say, Ejuma Ura, idea for the Jumera program, a womb, and a National Apprenticeship Program, a womb, and a 1 million coder program, a womb. Yes, I bet you inquire 1 million how to be to learn coding, and things like software applications, and the hardware. John Mahama said, "By the bar, that is one thing. Done a new super say inquire 1 million. They will be trained in coding." We didn't catch them. Sir, apprenticeship program we, and then John Mahama made buy any friend. Yes, Mokai. Yes, youth entrepreneurship service was saying NPP for buy number changing any NAP and the John Kuma Betuano and DC Kanina. John Mahama said that apprenticeship program is very important. I was here to me making sure say our young graduates we are able to put them to work. We are able to at the end of the day sustain them a little bit for them to also work with other companies. They will be engaged into that is the idea. NDC 4% omoye so omoba. This is all going to be within 120 days. John Mahama de mrabe tarini nyina to na abegina ne naso. Now, over number 8. Ye judging nyinem. Team, are we good? Yeah, we are sticking to that. Yes, we will stick to that. We are not going to give anybody room. We're killing it. Now, Oba, I'll say commence the review of the Customs Amendment Act 2020 to scrap the law banning the importation of salvage vehicles to reduce the local automotive industry at Swami Magazine, Kokompe, Abosokai, among others. Or see, the Customs Act 2020 to scrap the law banning the importation of salvage vehicles to rescue. Let me take it again. Or say commence the review of the Customs Amendment Act 2020 to scrap the law banning the importation of salvage vehicles to rescue the local automotive industry at Swami Magazine, Kokompe, Abosokai, among others. Or say MPP for the Mrebia Ba say Sebio Kaya Yusuni Kakrawa Bruch and won't be from Ghana. Or say Sam Rana almost set in 2020 sa act no. Or say Oba your friend be amendment or friend be review. You can say amendment. Emra ho. Ope say emra no o sakre mu kakra. na mmara no sebio ensakrae no ebetumi aboa nyoma bia na atochima no ejina ne naso enti ose saa mmara MPP dia ba say salvage car ana car bia sebio ye yusu na brochire kakra ye ntumi fa ba Ghana no saa cars ne ye de ba nipa dodo omunye adwuma ye pa no eye sebio omamo kokompe omamo swame omamo e de abosokan sankofo no those are the cars enye teacher say omde car no besi kwan so say eko na ebiom emu part no omutumi use bi e de ye eye de other things or see we who say sa emrana MPP de bae no say omo maka ye use ni kakra wa bruchi no emma Ghana no amako company aboso kanfo no even normal part kware ho eden or so ba opese 120 days no ohwe na the opese any say opese o review na sebio sa review no be no ebetumi emma aboso kanfo kokompefo ene swamefo no sebio ka na mo fafra bruchi no ebetumi aba sebio obika se obe review obe amendia ebi obi say oh ka ye yusu na brochire asay de ache de ade na ode ba Ghana eni cha jo Mahama say obe review obe amende obe hwe ebia obe limit years dodo aka no ye yusu na brochire no ansa na etumi de aba ni nyina ka amendment no ebia omo say ka ye yusu over 20 years etumi ma jo Mahama betumi amende aka say da bi untumi emba ne totally you can limit ebia the years that it has been used in abroad say na be ya ka no be ba no na condition papam kakra so you cannot use a blanket to say because who feel say and this car be abano you are killing the automotive industry in Ghana because majority of omo swame omo kokompe omo aboso kind these cars no majority of the time eba omo use they need the parts na omo de nyoma kakra into what you have to do is say car no opese o mane ba ebia o pese 20 years de ebeba ebia on pese 15 years de ebeba into ebia obetuma teso aba say ebia car bia eye salvage car anaya car yesu na brochi no ebia eni say edi more than 7 years eno no at least omo kokompe so ame no they will be able to get access to these used cars and then they can also work because nana do dan kwekufo ado ne ba omi aban no omo adwiri nyina ne say e wo say Ghana ni bia yesu car mo no ye ni eye that economic strength people don't have that money to be buying new cars and into am sorry am say oh omo bie assemblage car assembling plant so who bie Toyota for car assemblage a fresh car Ghana for do say betuma to fresh car but there are about 60% of Ghanaians they can buy a car that has been used it's in even better conditions than cars be ordered so you need to look at the issue the law well now one mende it your Mahama say no emrani ye bare dodo e tare dodo opese ogum se na be ya kokompe so amene aboso kanfo no ye betumi di cars ni bi aba se ye mpe 20 years dia ye betumi ateso aye some years ye hunu se sa cars beba within those years no they are fit for purpose eno na John Mahama so ba the first 20 days obehwe sa amra no because odwene so amefo ho odwene kokompe fo ho odwene aboso kanfo ho opese omonso no enya adwuma ye the first 120 to was amia o aboso kan a wodwuma no we a simple kotoaba na yemfa cars mra na fa ye adwuma na nyiska eno ano no we ebebu obi enim edidi atem bi enim we mi free ha nim eye wadwuma na obi so pese obi emu ma wo o se to abama no oba emra na ekufo ado ahya ema ende cars wa brochire ye use no ma no o se obehwa emra nim asakrem ama ya gum se ne be ya cars ne betuma abam wenye sika e kire wagimi e na obekon ntokwa we ko ne kotoma John Mahama said he will lay before Parliament a new bill to streamline government scholarship administration, prohibit political appointees from accessing government scholarships, and eliminate political patronage, cronyism, nepotism, and corruption in awarding government scholarships. Or say, as simple. John Mahama saw in the first 120 days. You are say, aban nipa bia ni Ghana was a man scholarship asamasa. Say, oh yeah, aban nipa. Oya aban ejuma oya politician so oya aban munipa sebio oya politician wo aban mu a nobody is supposed to get scholarship. It is for the brilliant but needy. Or say a ehiafo a sebio omobo mo homodin wa adisuum and o say mom scholarship. Also ba in the first 120 days obe make sure say sambra na passing of parliament. No politician want abemu we fra abemu over the right to access scholarship. Or see obetwam. Umpewe na ope mumuni amotium. Umpewe na ope mumuni abetium. When John Mahama by an intel said the first 2 weeks or best set up the cabinet, the ministers in 60%, 60 ministers, they'll go through parliament, you'll be no master Juma. A Juma ho, a Juma ho, John Mahama by and intel said the first 2 weeks, the cabinet will be ready. The first 2 weeks, the system ministers will be ready. Everybody will be at work. We need to start working. A Juma ho, inti or say ye be biantem. I feel what John Mahama Siba, Sanya Yeno. Omo pomunko Jimmy Omo, John Mahama beba abetene nyoma. Or say, amumianko enim scholarship in ye scholarship diano. Or say ban illegal and new mining activities in forest reserves. Roll out our Tree for Life and Blue Water initiative to heal and sustainably harness the environment by turning areas and water bodies degraded by illegal mining into economic and ecological recovery hubs. As simple as that. We have a long way to go when it comes to recovering our lands. MPP Aban Webaso. Omaya galamse wa Ghana nyina. Baumia yebi, Opon Kruma yebi, Gabi yebi, Charles Bisu yebi, Kojo Opon Kruma, Lord Komi. Just say obiya ye galamse wa MPP abawemu. Every single person. Ye ni mukrano, the sector minister, the former sector minister from Paul Boating, the document by say, Gabi ochida kwa ye kufu ado ebusie ni omu nyina ye galamse no kweku baku. John Mahama so ba. I was say you're making sure say you're banning anything called illegal mining. And the strategy is last or church the mukakra say we need to recover our land. We need to at the end of the day afforestation, serious afforestation. I will say a GM phone back. I will say a sa etiyen sunini. I will say community no yen I will say a sa adieno. But obia ni wobetuma ye juma abra or the efupan edge dien inua edge insuo say ni beti. Into community biya galam say no MPP for ye said no ye be fasa community for na ankwara imbebunu na ya ma omo adwuma de omo be say omo be dua nnua e be ye permanent job omo dua nnua no na omo hwe nnua no ebi mo so e be make sure say insuo na ase no omo be bo ho ban na omo ebo nsuo no ho ban no omo hwe nsuo no into out of recovering our forest and water bodies and making it clean. John Mahama said through that we are going to create jobs. There's nothing like community mining. And no, Sadia no, there is small screen and nobody saying sassy. John Mahama said if you want to create jobs for the youth, it should be in a positive way. In Krona Galamse Akosono, what he's going to do is say, or ni ahemfo no ebe recruiting in Mabawa and in Bebunu no mohono. Na sebio in Yana osi edua esadeje ensase no. Sam rante no moti sa krom no ene be dua nnua no asahwe nnua no. Ye be form adwuma. Into their job is to grow and monitor the forest to make sure say ya recover forest no. Omo wia ye create adwuma ma no no they are protecting insuo no. That is the first step. It was in the first 120 days no. John Mahama will not lie to you. They are giving you practical solutions to problems that these fools could not practically think about. Intende, uwo baby to say boase, uwo baby to say wasa, chema won't me say or say oba, sanko for the obetata omo, obey your meaning free runim. Na oyo mu free mu wia, mu amu krom hono, I will say you create a juma mamo, and through creating of the job no, I will say mutumide gem on sasono. Inti imbeburu 20. 200, 400 na what ekrobi mu a I will say mam stipends ya bronikas bibi say stipends a sebio de oye ahwehwama de no onhoro ne nsa ho kwa ana ontafre ne nsa ho kwa I will say adwuma na obey no ya ma bibi a sebio woso wode beto nsuanom wode beto aduane edi se ne aban etoto nyoma nti ye bema musika mo de bebo mo ho ban kakra mo de beto 1212 bi a ebema adwuma no motumi edua nnua a protecting nnua no. This is an initiative. A create about 700,000 jobs around the nation. This is what we are practical. We know a practical. It should be way practical. And yes, we are just a NABCO. And NABCO finisher, we will put them in the public sector. Your public sector can only take 700,000 people. Into adding now 400,000 people, so it is not real. The realistic part of it, you don't understand. But this is real. Because community biya ya galamse and suaseno, ya umbebunu woma omunye juma, and they can be given a job. Intende, say ya galamse o wasa asoswa, o yo hini ati asye se, John Mahama ba, abane bejin saseno, na abana mambebunu ne juma ma oma bon saseno ho ban edua nnua egu nnua so e make sure say obia enye adwuma ye the same time no omo protect yensuo ne yensase way a practical. You can do it. You can actually make private investors take care of this. Your private investors, your NGOs or more brochura, these are things they want to be part of. The government can coordinate, can collaborate with big NGOs who want to save our water bodies and the environment. They will bring money. They will be paying the stipends to these young people. So the government wouldn't have to even do more. The government will just partner NGOs who are interested in saving the climate and saving the water bodies. The NGOs will be paying stipends to these young people. So indirectly, the NGOs will employ these youth in the community. Protecting. This is how it works. In Mahama, they are practical. They know what they are doing. They are fighting. They are creating employment. Now, or say, launch the Black Star Experience Initiative as Ghana's flagship culture, arts and tourism brand to transform Ghana into a preferred tourist destination. As simple. Now, Oshe omo art and culture omudi John Mahama campaign ni china. Omo nyina ye nipa omadwene do. Dankumu, Oshe Rex Omar, Oshe nipa omunimu nyansa, they understand the tourism industry. Ghana National Theatre one is here, NDC one is here. Everything that has got to do with art and culture, sustaining our tourism, no NDC MPP better Ghana so nkwasi adio. Senka MPP party omunim nyansa kwa anka say culture center Kumasi anka say one of the best in West Africa. Santifo himfo ato aba ma MPP from 1996 ebesi nne culture center udu ase to dame. Nansiamu ket okreku edini jimi ko gina santimemu ka kirom so obesi amphitheater yesi omu mua santifo omu hu asantifo se sebio asantifo ejimi MPP de sa no mu hu asantifo Mr. Yes get me the amphitheater sa amphitheater bi ombegina Kumasi be concert say omu bebie theater bi half theater and obi abetuma culture center ebesinde amphitheater metuma si ebesinde. A whole government has not been able to build an amphitheater. An amphitheater does not take over 50 people. They could not build it. NPP4 ejina santimemu dada santifo twomontro ade bibia tuomu tirimu se NPP no eyebofro nkwan udi a wonum bebon inti da bia no yendi NPP ni nya bibia ma asante se enya kura no culture center montuma nya ne John Mahama said oba the first 120 days best set up what we call the Black Star Experience. Rexoma and no see so Kafu Dankumuni they know what they are doing. With John Mahama time from 2012, ABC 2016, that was the time a year Kumewood, a year Ghana movie industry Gina ni Nanso. And so Kwasia 40B, Yvonne Nelson mo, Kojo in cancer, San Kwasia Ejako, no thing. Or repu small girls was set so because they are foolish and tribal no, they decided to go take money from MPP no must say industry and there Monkwasi afori bi amotia brochire first day na ye Ghana movie o ye nya bi hwe otwe Ghana movie impete na ye nipa obi ene sustain Ghana movie ban bi na adwene etoto nyama on send Monkwasi afo actors no dodo na omo ye kumewu no and omo nyina gina social media skate $20 $30 $2 on because mumu bi na mo word industry no asante semni akansam nti mo say industry no kumewu na pick it up kumewood na ejina ne na so eja ko kwasi ampanyi we ya enye John Mahama mu initiative atamel John Mahama mu initiative a ema Ghana movie industry begina ne na so a anka kwasi ampanyi se eja ko nkoda won nam nkurase enonom jot ka chenko for say omoma ne wan city mehwe se ojimi sa adwen through John Mahama mu initiative through National Theatre the NDC for year ya ema san kwasi afo we exposure they turned around to destroy the industry but John Mahama say kwasia binti yentumi ma tourism embo Ghana inti John Mahama and NDC for some bar they are going to open up adebi the industry the tourism industry from hotel to creative art to bibia and the Ghana yeka creative art border jankroma teso jankroma and creative art board so ket okreku dia na market okreku be famous adem friends mentor mentor obi be gina so why ade. What makes Keto Kreku intelligent? The guy cannot even express himself. He's so foolish. Now you tam a whole creative art industry. You see Keto Kreku nkwa den. Keto Kreku ne nkodie nim. Ye nwa. Ye baboons. And the movie industry, the tourism industry, it has died. This is what we saw in Kwasiafo Ekachere say, Omaba Kumasi, Keto Kreku cut sword for first amphitheater in Kumasi. Ni antikruma, theater no way. Omumwa santefo, every say Kwasiampenyi se chema untu an hufia, oteta se ofui. Kwasiampenyi ni ono tumi won the ba ewo wodrom de kwaji gold sika. Kwasiampenyi and the bear masha left, ne nine left. Na adwene da ne tirim hwe left. Kwasiampenyi a ahemfu bi asoso no soma na tu galamsi ase asante asase. Kwasiampenyi we ti asante memu ekeka kwasiasema nipa soso ne so. Enti ene wa ha. Kwasiampenyi we a Jimmy we ene nam Ghana ma politics nti. Keto Kreku mante. Ket Okreku mante. Okojina Kumase eko dada santifo nyina including Otumfo and House Antifo Kevin Taylor na edibimo problem. Keto Kreku sebio wabeja ne nan wa santimemu eja ho abetan kran. Keto Kreku ba santimemu ebeja ne nan ewo eye art center. Oja ne nan gu ho no koye obi antumi nkasa. Na ye chichiri kuro ni saying these are the things we talk about. Se party muwa ye be kachro Mako Kreku, thank you, Mr. S. Thank you, team. Mako Kreku, Jimmy way, Mako Kreku. On Timpo express no. Keto Kreku a GFA boss. Sorry, Ket. Mako Kreku mante. The most dumbest fool in Ghana. Say, akwa we no ye men 20. Ombeshe Ghana tourism so. Mako Kreku mante. Jimmy way. On say for 8 years, what have you people gained? Socrates Safo, Niti Sapoma. Socrates Safo, Jimmy. Omo using and I say not TV so and MPP was Jimmy. Found fee kwatina baby you know. Papa Penny Toto betina radio so TV so. Can no crane faji industry no. Why when him say moto? I better can kwasiasem. Emma for 8 years we had a lot of talent, a lot of people in the industry. Yet yama ni nyina say Emma hu fin ke Cambodia nke bo trimutuo abegina TV so and MPP omo ye bad pa kwasia. 2016 na odi nkwasiafo we chebedru ha. Muna must say a industry no. John Mahama say oba. They are going to revive it. People like Rex Omamo, they are intelligent too. They have been in this on this street for a long time. Kafu Dan Kumuniada, they have been on the street for a long time. They understand the street, they understand the technicalities, and they understand the book part of it. They know how to sell a country, how to sell tourism. They know how to make it viable. They know how to make it profitable. They know how to extend it to the point where the world gets to know that industry. Makofa in Nyanwe, Mako Kreku, Socrates Safo, Jankroma, it's animals. How can we get anywhere? Now, Mami Juja Bibi Munchila, Weja, now Muja, I say from home. Uja kurana me charge no uja ye John Mahama said commence investigation process to purge state security agencies of all militia and vigilante elements. John Mahama said the first 120 days the obeying say be investigations into air police, military, air immigration, customs, and the MPP Ekufuado ba power. Omaswa akromfo abegu eye police service mu. Omaswa ewifo abefra Ghana military. Omaswa criminals abegu immigration. All the security agencies and the impeniform da no omunim se MPP pompe akromfo gum omuntumi nyahwe. John Mahama said the first 120 days security agencies we nyina obebie investigations to check the credibility of the people in the security agencies. This is what we need. Because yet krom ha ena eye Brian Champon esesa eye akromfo criminals egu ka mu eko ayawaso west wagon some national security yet ya ena omotisa criminals e show uniform some military omko boat wo. John Mahama said, "Onya the opportunity otomana first 120 days, first 4 months. I was set security service in no. I was set ye kum na akromfo ni ewifo mu womu ni nyina no yetumi yi omu frim. Na Ghana police service, Ghana military, ebeye criminal free. Ebeye criminals free. I was say yetumi nya decency bi wom. The reason why Ekufuado entumi nka eye techiman shooting no asem ne say ba omiam nyina nim. Sanko from kobotuo no. Omo ye police fo a sebio omo kofa ankofo bi be fra police mu mo police atade e botuo no. It's right now when you open investigations, the question is Sanko for no share uniform when a more command. The commander will have to come and tell us who those guys were. Now, because they brought the criminals and put them in military uniform and police uniform, now they are scared to open investigations. Because when you open investigations, I will ask who was the commander in charge of this group. The commander will have to come out. We will tell you the commander to give us the list of the people you actually sent to Techiman South, because the people who killed were not policemen, they were not military. A brand champion, a share criminals and Tadia and boat to uniform and MPP national security. And Nintina Dampare and the Ghana police and the Ekufuado, they cannot open investigations into the killings. Because the moment you open investigations, I'll call the me mini security background cry. I will say that's fine. Now, who is the IGP? IGP will come. You have records of every policeman or military who was deployed during the elections, right? Yes. Who was the commander at Techiman? Also, Commander Amwakon, come. Who were your men you deployed to Techiman South? Asamasa. You cannot tell me as the commander, say you don't know any of the men you deployed. And Nitina Baomiani Ekufuado, they don't want to leave power. And Nitina Baomia does not want to speak on it because a brand champion. Sa boys no do koku nipa ewo Iowa so West no. The same boys no show me uniform ko botu no. Now you understand. Enti Baomia to me kan wasem to me kan wasem na. They know say sanko from botu no show military uniform, police uniform, no munye police for, o munye soldier for, o munye vigilante boys no mo uniform. Samia hukumu na de ma o mo share. MPP vigilante for he organizes the vigilante boys. Samia Uku. You boat to Ghana. So vigilante for no boat to Samia Uku and Amuni Shechire. And nothing they cannot open investigations. Because the moment you open investigations, it has to start from the top. We have to come down to the commander. We have to see the people who were deployed. Who are they? They are not in the military. They are not in the police. They cannot tell us who those men were. So Ibabusam say, how did they get the uniforms? How did they get the guns? Who actually gave the command? It's a big question they cannot answer. These are Galamsey boys. Omo kosi sa omo Galamsey sites and omo show uniforms. And omo catch omo ko bieja. Omo we are and these boys bebre wa America o. Ebi ago ise UK eni mo nyina. No, they cannot stay in Ghana. I know one be to New York. But nobody cares. We are going to ask the military, the police. Those people are supposed to be seen. We need to know who they are. Who was the commander who gave the instructions? You can't tell me, say, all those people who were shooting, they have left the military. You are mad. Then if they have all left the military, you will serve all of them their term for them. So the people could be become 20 years, I will become 1,500 years. So that commander no. So if they are all out of the country and out of the service, more commanding you take their jail term, their sentence, and you will carry it. Now look at this. Last one. Hey, did I finish this? All right. This one. So, 7:30 exactly. Hey, can you tell me hard guy? Jack, we have done the job. Ghana for tie, the credit. Now, Mahama said reopen investigations into major unresolved criminal cases, including 2020 election killings. Mahama said in the first 4 months, sa etu yomo boy no obebie investigations. John Mahama said the first 120 days, the first 4 months will be investigations in this killings way. John Mahama said, Osa, we need power. I also West Wagon will be investigations.
From afar, but there was a main street towards Baoleshi, a known NDC stronghold. The arrival of the operatives in Rambo style surprises all. About 25 hooded men in 5 pickups or so jump off. In a well-orchestrated plan, they run across the compound where voters had queued waiting for their turn, creating fear and panic. Journalists begin taking pictures, and that provokes the indiscriminate mayhem visited on them. A senior immigration officer at the scene is captured placing an SOS call as he takes cover. In this video, the suspected NPP Invisible Force members are captured beating a man mercilessly, kicked in the face, whilst others pounce on any civilian in sight, punching them and beating others with the butt of their guns. The chaos forces people to flee as policemen try desperately in vain to restrain the NSC agents. After about 6 minutes, they proceed to their next target, the residence of the NDC parliamentary candidate, Delali Kwesi Brempong, few yards away behind the Baoleshi Presby Basic 1 JHS polling station. His house is besieged by the armed men, threatening to shoot as they are confronted by the NDC candidate supporters. They point guns as they demand access to search the house, open fire with live bullets, leaving at least 18 injured. 2 near-fatal cases were recorded. Bullet shells and bloodstains outside the residence attract onlookers, while irate persons seeking to fight back are seen being calmed by the police.
Don't take the laws into your own hands. The police, we are managing the situation.
Senior officers, including Director in Charge of Operations Greater Accra, Chief Superintendent Kwesifori, rush to the scene but look on helplessly.
They are not your men.
I don't know those who came here.
Do you know the men on the ground?
This is something that we need to investigate. But I don't know those who came here.
Police didn't say this is something we need to investigate. Investigations were done. A commission was set up. A white paper was issued. Ekufuado Tocheneye. John Mahama said, "Sa white paper na actually said Brian Champa or say prosecuted no. Oba, he will bring the white paper back." The first 120 days, Omo call Ayawaso West Wagon, Ekuku Nipano, they will be brought to book. Yeah, investigations. Yeah, commission tenase. Ebusa questions. Yeah, to Brian Champa no or jitu muso on a small moko boat no. Yeah, issue white paper. Ekufuado we or Tocheneye also all implement it. John Mahama said, "Oba, the first 120 days, sa white paper no or the beba. Adiebe womubiano, I will say implement it. We need to fight criminality in Ghana. We need to stop this kind of hooliganism. We need to fight this kind of tyranny. We need to come together as a people and vote for John Mahama. Now, Oba Siawa, what is the Aston? Why am I seeing 2 things? Besides, I'm seeing 2 videos here. You sent me only one. I'm talking about John Mahama say, Ayawaso West Wagon Diano Obe investigations. Obe say be investigations into Ahmed Swale. Ahmed Swale case by Kennedy Japan Kotena TV so onim nipa oku Ahmed Swale. Kennedy Japan why also onim nipa oku JB Dankwa. Kennedy Japan Kotena Bronx. Eka kire Ghana for say onim nipa oku Ahmed Swale obo ni din. Kennedy Japan also obe my answers ye. NDC for said they will open investigations into Ahmed Swale. Any person who has contributed, has said things, anybody na okama Ahmed Swale at the end of the day, they have to come and answer questions. John Mahama said about power. First 4 months, I will say nipa omukun Ahmed Swale. At least enya kurano Kennedy Japan they also nim because why investigations in the same investigations now why na wabodino I was oboa police na police ehu nipa okun Ahmed Swale o si nipa no okun Ahmed Swale fe no ansa anso gi abo Kennedy Japan say ehu we nti na akodi ba omi achi no osuro when ehu He's scared. On says he on so about kokra and why a diamano osro anything odiba omiachi catch Ghana for say I mamontoma NDC osro because osi onim nipa oku Ahmed Swale aban sisana investigations bia osa obekire ansuji abo no sene ye ya wo hu se ansuji abo no ene ku Ahmed Swale. Now osi obebie eye another investigations into another journalist called Silas Wuluchame. And also, Ose Obebie investigations. We're in the first 4 months. Hey! Sa 4 months where they may find the grow. They be alarmed to Nami Chirichim. Sa 4 months no, they be a juma. Sa 4 months no, be documents will be near Chiba. Near boy investigations, no, near check it, near cross T's, near dotty eyes. Sa 4 months, then you end that, yeah, penokure. Now, as you also initiate a probe into man-made disaster caused by the VRA spillage from the Akosomo and Pond dams that displaced and destroyed the livelihoods of thousands of citizens in the Volta, Eastern, and Greater Accra region. Oh, that's Silas, right? Oh, okay. Now, John Mahama saw about the first 4 months, the first 120 days, you know. Or say, or be investigations. Omo share Akosomo ko bie dam no because Akosomo dam no mu bie e nipa bi na share da bie ye a man nipa bi affect nipa bi of Volta region, Eastern region, Ekufu Addo Ankasa Kurom, any Greater Accra region. John Mahama so ba the first 120 days e be investigations. E was see ehun nipa okọ bie sansuo no e man be fa nipa e was see ehun omo di sa bone no because through that nipa wuye they committed murder. In the John Mahama say oba power, what he is going to do in say obebie investigations into into Akosomo dam na omu bie na omu share da ediku nipa e wa infa e Volta regional into Voltarians. We will get to know who actually committed that crime because sansuo no mu bie na a displacing kofo eku nkofo ema amanfo eja pade nyina say no eye nipa bi a omu wa Akosomo na po na ma instructions no mu bie ye Napo and intina assembly by and one casano on an energy minister or no enema instructions because I'm gonna follow me a moi or no ya santini into one when I phone so much Jimmy Yambien Sunkuomo into John Mahama so oba power the first 4 months no obe investigations I will say you wuni pa obie sa in so way a maniko kun ayedian I wanna for Greater Accra for any ayedian Eastern region for.
Nya fukpekpo kata ovachi nya galagalacha akoru ala pepele wale le ata wonu kwa ya madibe lo pepele mamu.
I'm suffering here. I'm asking for help. The plantain trees that used to give me between 200 and 150 cedis when I harvest have all been inundated. Yet I'm here going hungry. If there's help, they should help me.
2 million, 1.5 okomer makata ochichima akamabala giegbe dohare o makpon maruga kobola no makplinga malada kakmo.
The devastation of this flood continues to cause havoc to many, including children, the youth, businesses, but most of all, the elderly. Most of them are traumatized. That's the story of 85-year-old Janet Gidi. She tells me she lost everything, including her house in this flat.
When the floods came, I couldn't save any of my personal belongings. My house collapsed. 10 chickens I rely on all died in the flood water. All the relief items being shared here, including soap, rice, cooking oil, we are not benefiting. Where to sleep at night is a challenge. At my age, I just put a cloth on the floor and sleep. There are no mattresses.
John Mahama said the first 120 days be investigations. Nipa no ye energy minister. When a man instructions no mo be sansuo no. A nipa be bromo awunamemu Greater Accra any Eastern region Ekufuado free. Nipa wu ya nipa ende Ekufuado mo di boni o. Omo di boni. Bawomiane Ekufuado omo di boni. And today, who will be the Brand champion and hope on person be free power omo di boni omo kunipa. They don't want to be accountable. Ghana for this is not about tribal. This is not about hatred. This is about voting a dangerous government out of power. Now, mummy ura wa gon fufrum. You see, Ghana for 120 days. John Mahama de Osobeye. This is what we want. You perceive fighting corruption. You perceive people to be accountable for their deeds. Now the ball is in your court. Ya kasa bebre ya pese o man sesa ya pese man nipa bi atwi nipa bi aso emra na abeda e na abeda o na aso no. This is what you want. Tuma John Mahama wanya na afi waka say aha Mahama twa wontro o say the first 4 months de bia yete ha ye be kai no me ka kire mo say Cape Coast to form fantifo Mahmoud Bawumia be ka kire mo say the people of Cape Coast, I have good news for you. I am going to, or we are going to build an airport in Cape Coast. Oh, Mr. S, Mr. P. Mamindi Nkambo no na menchire Ghana for Bawumia atra otwa infantefo. And the Bawumia se airport no ye be seen between Takoradi and Cape Coast. Me be say Cape Coast 40 bibia se. Bawumia oni MPP for move infantefo. Mamindi Nkambo airport no first. Good news for you. Me wia na oh sorry. Aha any oh. Me din ka bo the okan first chire Cape Coast for me wia na ma chirew eye atra enra odi chire mo. This is when he said say obeye airport to Cape Coast. Okan saying,
people of Cape Coast, I have good news for you. We are building a new harbor in Cape Coast and a new airport in Cape Coast. People of Cape Coast, I have good news for you. We are building a new harbor in Cape Coast and a new airport in Cape Coast.
I say, the people of Cape Coast, our good news, mamo. Almost see a new harbor and a new airport at Cape Coast. Where before 2020, I'm going to Abamano. Me se Bawumia, Nyankopon, edi atro etuano. Esuru wisa, efom wisa, enchen wisa, eni finfin wisa. Ya de atro ason no yedi bi etuano. Bawumia on kanukure. Ombu Central region for Nemi Fantino. San kwasiafo, they don't respect fanties. Now Enra Ose Oshia Press and Busa and say Cape Coast Airport no da ben obesi. Muntie ni ye ended the Ose Cape Coast Airport no ebe between Cape Coast and Takoradi. That means the airport is not going to be in Cape Coast. Thank you, team. Muntie Bawumia. Mudi kwasiafo echi.
The Cape Coast Airport, what is the overriding consideration? Well, I think that if you look at tourism, it's got to be one of the big considerations for Cape Coast. And that could provide us, of course, some people say, well, you are also expanding the road. That is fine. But some people want to fly directly to Cape Coast. I think they will have that opportunity to do so. Parents, it's an educational hub and so on, from Tamale can come straight to Cape Coast and other things. So I think that, you know, there is a rationale and we should give Cape Coast it's the feasibility study suggesting that the location will really be between Cape Coast and Takoradi because of land space issues. But the feasibility study suggesting that the location will really be between Cape Coast and Takoradi because of land space issues. But the feasibility study suggesting that the location will really be between Cape Coast and Takoradi because of land space. The feasibility study suggesting that the location will really be between Cape Coast and Takoradi because of land space.
Microphones for make one troda. Or see the feasibility studies nature say time about 2019 or see they are building or see almost see airport any harbor Cape Coast. Endra Yebusa say Cape Coast airport harbor airport also oh feasibility studies now my nature say airport they basically between Takoradi and Cape Coast akwawi on kanukre. Oh ya Ghana ni nam say udi Baomi echi makachira mu me I don't know Baomi I don't hate him on kanukre I don't want him to lead Ghana. Suddenly, the airport that you were building in 2019, the airport and the harbor, suddenly now you are doing feasibility studies that has shown, say, the airport is going to be between Takoradi and Cape Coast. But I thought, say, you have already started building because in the first place, you said you are building a harbor and an airport. This is what you told my Fanti people. Say, woo see.
People of Cape Coast, I have good news for you. We are building a new harbor in Cape Coast and a new airport in Cape Coast. We are building a new harbor in Cape Coast and a new airport in Cape Coast. We are building a new harbor in Cape Coast and a new airport in Cape Coast.
So he told Cape Coasters, we are building. And also feasibility study shows that it is going to be between Cape Coast and Takoradi. Now the issue is there's an airport in Takoradi. Until you are going to have an airport in Takoradi, and between Cape Coast and Takoradi, you're going to be an airport. More MPP for Munimunyansa. Ma mon fantifo no mona mama ho kwama kwasiafo we dada mo. Kwasiafo be sa bana mu di omochi. Ma hemfo tete wo hwe omo. They are not going to build any airport for you. They don't respect you people. They see Fantis are stupid. MPP for who fantifo so Jimmy. The guy can lie. Yeah, their body do. The MPP Bawomia omo fantifo so Jimmy. They are going to come and lie to you and your chiefs. And then they almost say it is going to be between Cape Coast. Or my feasibility studies. I just say you to me see Cape Coast. You're basically between Cape Coast and Takoradi Wurim. Bank of is airport or Takoradi. Anything they see about Cape Coast. So airport or Takoradi, Adena will move airport between Cape Coast and Takoradi because of land issues. Or say assassin 70. Na time akwasi akọ gina omanim e ka kire omahemfo any Cape Coast for say ubesi airport no na wonim so woni asase. In the 2016 o ka chem so be airport any harbor no na asase kura woni bi. This is a foolish group of it's a foolish government. We mo omo ye nwan. And Nichina Godfrey Dami etimi ka kire Jakpa say Fantis are foolish people. We will feed them like chicken and get atforcing seat. Godfrey Dami ne bi na no ka asem no. On tape. Also Fantis they so Jimmy. We will buy them out. Ni akwaje atforcing seat no. Godfrey Dami ene ka asem no. The Attorney General of Ghana. Ahem for the Central Region obi aye din ye twen agya demudie. Omo twen agye envelopes na enkwasiafo we aba safe Central Region omasako. Now, my social media segment quick ni enku enim. Obia te ne ho asem boa. All right. Now there's this story which is making headlines ehia pa you bring person kan ho asem 750. Enkwa jua anase menkwata register. Yes, starting free. And the Greek minister one finance minister asem ya esi na mote Ghana dindin sa no. Akwa kromfo we brand champion hwenenim kromphobia ne nse kwasi atoni manyina gu abrochi na te Ghana ejimi ne ho because we wie sika dan ma the time beba. Northern Ghana drought. Government bans export of grains with immediate effect. And the MPP aban say eye insukom sebio insuon to wosirem na sebio ye nuanum sirefufo omo no mudua eye cereal grains eba millet eba beans eba sa enuaba ye frɛ no cereal ana grains no and Brian Champon ba ye be share press or say aban edene nsato eye de eye enuaba eye grains sa nyoma no mema obia export bi free Ghana if we say insuo nwa kwa atwe ema aduane shorto almost say and the serum insuo nto intesi insuo nto no omo ye kuafo ho na sebio omo beans kakra omo eye atoko kakra omo eye de nyoma eburo kakra no mema omo nton enko eye Burkina ene Nigeria na omo nkipu meton ma aban intesi aye kase omo de emraba se eni se ekuani bia wadua eye eduaba wo sirem eye beans eye atoko eye den mama bia enton kwa abrochire ye nyina ye mfa mbra aban na aban to efri se sirem insuonto na insuonto nti efu eho nyina ahye kwasia we MPP now finance minister so no so gina ho sirem ni o omu using so otwen intafo mumubi ana me ya we finance minister ofri sirem o etanio wa betena nkran ena sankwasiafo no use no o say drought in northern Ghana, government to spend 500 million to avert food crisis. What caused the food crisis? Because we are not able to irrigate our farms. From time Ghana by enim se eye sirim eye ewia bo ebu ha nsuo nto asasiri hia nsuo ekuafo hia nsuo and the 10 year no nyini wo ntafo krom a wa ban crime ne ama finance minister to me no odi nkwasiafo we echi se omo yi Ghana sika 500 million omo ko campaign Messas I'll play it. Intende, the finance minister, on it, Brian Champo, they met the press. Now, what caused the drought? Now, if there's drought, there are other places, Okwa, Insuon Toho, Oko Dubai, near the idea, Insuon To, but they are keen. They always make sure, say, Omo Insuo dams, irrigation system, a good Omundia Baso. In 2015, NPP 2016 catch say omo ba be ade friend one district one dam omo ko sirem na omo de omo hu se sirem no nsuo nto enti omo be dam wo sirem one constituency one dam wo so one district one dam one D one V district bia benya dam e wo sirem sene be they will be ready for situations like this. They will be able to irrigate their farms when the rains stop coming in. Into from 2016 about Umiako Sirem to tell his northern brothers and sisters, the chiefs and the kings, that his government, they will be building dams across the north so that when it stops raining, when the farms need water, the dams will supply water to the various farms in the north. Or say, or your 10-year Wabedi vice president for 8 years. Near to Krumha. And now, omo ba say omo bie a friend special initiative and the far how akumsin and your busan said damn no.
There have been a lot of debates that the dam are not a special SM. Exactly what you guys promised.
That was our promise. We said one village, one dam. We didn't say how do you call it? One Bui dam or one Akosubon dam for the village. We say one village. And when we talk about one village in a dam, my sister, we some of us know the kind of dam we're talking about. It's not the bigger type. It's for the people to use during droughts. The animals will not go far so that people will steal them away or they will go and die on their way. Because if they are not getting water, definitely they will die. So you needed some water close to the village so that they can use for domestic. That's all.
You said it's not looking, it doesn't look.
I'm telling you, I'm telling you the fact that NDC did. I mean, we're coming out with those pictures. Something that was not even as big as what we have done. And that's why I'm proud of myself, of what I'm doing. Because I have seen what they did. And if you compare the two, you can see the difference.
So, you are saying that these dams are exactly what you promised?
Yes. Then look at the cost. 250,000 Ghana cedi. 250,000 Ghana cedi. If you are constructing a meaningful dam, you don't need anything less than $3 million. $3 million, so not Ghana cedi. So if I'm constructing 250,000 Ghana dam, then what kind of dam are you expecting from me? I hope you're getting me. So that's the kind of dam we've promised the people. We didn't say we are going to construct the 3 million type or 6 million Ghana cedi. 10 million Ghana cedi type of dam for them. No. And this dam are being sponsored with the 1 million per constituency. What we were allocated with the 2018 is what we are using for. So definitely, if you with me, then at the end of the day, you're using the whole of the 1 million for one constituency, not one village.
So you are saying that if they wanted a huge dam or the bigger one,
yeah,
it means that it will cost more.
It will cost more. And that one is not under my ministry, it's under the Ministry of Agric. Because they are doing irrigation. They handle agric aspect of it. You understand? So that one is under the agric ministry. But this one is a special project for the people to use. And that's why it's under my ministry.
Kaswa for pa gam than a 250,000 dam. Kaswa for but dear one year from next year, mom twaba pa ye the visa, mom visa and send mu ran crime. Mo kaswa for na mo kofa kwasi ampenyi wi ba betra Ghana. Mo soma twaba ma MP. Jimmy we. Ye busan dam gam danenum chewing gum danenum 250,000 dam 220,000 but Jimmy when we the taxpayers seek a job can kwasia for we okay so did penny for wait asamo ka kra yentiase na mo blame mo ka aswafo me blame mo ka aswafo kwasia penny to me twitu obotuo na mo da ho di nachi ye busan se dam no wen o so wakosi dam no wen. Say 250,000 Ghana, Ghana 2.5 billion dam on the way. No dam. And the Brandy Champo had him say Supeku Abegina say or the ban to exportation of cereal and grains so. Sa Obawe and the Ekufuado yen minister. Owieno and Ogusa ministry no and was about the minister of fisheries. In Guyana. It wanted to TV so kabrofo ebo bomonum. The news file and Samson's take no and kwasiafo in the demo mine so. And you people are excited to have such fools. How a Kumsen is daft or your Jimmy. For you people to be using your taxpayer money to be feeding this dog. Now say krono ye nimi nyansa. Why your campaign say obey your dams? What about we a minister? Ona wo hwe so ye busa say dam no wo here and you have given me 250,000. How am I going to go? Like look at this. Tell me catch them say there are so many idiots in the MPP. They will never even get cleaner job in the NDC. Now, this same woman this is what she said at a press briefing. Okache Ghana for say 275 dams have been completed. They are being completed in the northern region. 275 dams. And Adia Chinya, Brandy Champon, finance minister Bekache say, Omu yi Ghana for $500 million. Edia kwa veti mitigate. Brofo. And ya Ghana community say, yetina really suka say, you are an astute economist. In kwasia brofo. Mitigate. Brofo, omu de kwa akwa kusiano, senebe ya, omu benya nsuo, esebio, ekomu bedin kofo, ende yetigana me de ban. Ato farmers so. Adentia NPP no ka say omoba be dams across the nation no yesi nsuo do dam no we here adan ntokwa na mo mienko tie press conference na muntie ni nsem mo kai. This is the press conference muntie.
Members of the press, the good people of Ghana, we have a situational crisis on our hands. I come before you today on a critical issue affecting 8 regions of our country: the northern, upper east, northeast, savannah, upper west, Bono East, and OT regions. Specifically, these regions had up until last Wednesday experienced dry spells that have led to the disruption of crop production. The lack of rain over the past 2 months has severely impacted the planting season in many of the farming areas. Of the 8 regions, the northern region is the worst, with the upper east region being the least affected. Some of the notable communities affected in the upper east region include Gabuliga, Tesh, Boya, and Angpaliga. With no rains for 2 months leading up to the planting season, crops that were sown in anticipation of the rains have been left struggling without sufficient moisture. And there are fears of low yields and potential crop failures. We are keenly monitoring the situation in the southern regions, which are also experiencing some rainfall disruptions, delaying the onset of the southern sector minor planting season. The livelihoods, investment, and incomes of over 980,000 farmers cultivating an estimated 1.8 million hectares are at risk. And the ripple effects on agricultural value chain actors, such as the farmhands, aggregators, processors, traders, transporters, and on food supply, could be felt across the entire country. We fully understand the immense pressure this situation places on farmers, value chain actors, and our food system. And I'm here to outline the steps we are taking to support farmers' livelihoods, ensure the adequacy of food supply, as well as steps MOFA is taking to avoid a recurrence in the future.
So basically, Obekachi must say, farming aba. The question is, did Emma yet the ACIC in Yabanyina ewu srim nyina say insuon to into planting for food and jobs grade yanko dams na ewe. Where are the dams? It's a simple question. The dams na musim we see must say Ghana sika esi dams no. Where are the dams? Because that was the purpose until you see dams no. The dams were supposed to do this job. Say you see on toa near using so what dams no edia ye juma. Where are the dams? Monsanko back na muntia debi omokaye. Listen to them.
Crisis. A crisis is a crisis. Because I spoke to the farmers directly and I went to the farms. There is nothing left for the farmers. And given that the food from the north is what we consume from September thereabout to early in the year, it will just hit us very soon.
And this is why I think it's a crisis. It's coming, as some people may see it, but others are already feeling it. And so it is important that government responds, and responds quickly. I did not only accompany the Minister for Agriculture, I also accompanied His Excellency the President to farms in the Tolong district. And I felt so sad about what the farmers expressed in their frustration, in their worry about where to get food to live on. Investments have been lost, and even with the rains that we are experiencing now, the rains may not be enough to support the maturity of crops. Usually in the northern part of Ghana, by this time, new maize is on the market. If you go to markets in Tamale, you will not find a bag of maize. Prices are also going up. And so, for those of us in charge of the management of the economy, we are directly affected from different perspectives. Number one, our focus as a government, having stabilized the economy, and we are seeing the macro fundamentals improving day by day.
Obwa is lying. It's a northerner they are using. They are taking $500 million. They want to steal that money. He's lying. The president visited farms in the north, and we didn't see any camera capture the president. The president went to Tolong to go and meet farmers, to visit farms, and nobody heard about it. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo flew to the north to go visit farmers, and we didn't see the president see one farm. For their line, it's campaign money, $500 million. They are taking it for free. I am telling you. Now, let's see, and the press and the expose ebemu and omatron how they were exposed. Journalists asked them questions. Muntie, $500 million way, they are lying. Brian Champon, or no any idea we buy, he wants to steal the money. He's lying. There's nothing like that. On said Finance Minister Nikasano, oh, there's been some rains, but these rains cannot sustain. It cannot hold the crops. Some part of the north, they have gotten rains. Because they know people will be questioning and say, we were here and we saw the rain come in slowly. Because of this question, and International Finance Minister Nikasano say, oh, there are some rains, but it is not sufficient. They know it is not going to be sufficient. Are you God? They are lying. Brian the champ on the orchestrated side way, $500 million from Opareka. They want to take this money, campaign money. Now, journalists, if you want to some questions, listen.
The two ministers have painted a very bleak picture, and I'm so disappointed in the narration. Why am I disappointed? Because over the past 3 or 4 decades, environmental experts have predicted environmental challenges that will come because of the climate change. And so even in desert countries like United Arab Emirates, Israel, that are naturally located in desert areas, made provision to ensure food security. In Ghana, when the government took over, they came out with policies to ensure food security. One of them, one district, one dam. They said they will implement one village, one dam. Then one district, one warehouse. And over the period, they brief us about the food storage and all those things they are doing to ensure the nation is secured. So I'm surprised by this narration. Would the two ministers admit failure on your part to being proactive in averting the situation? That's my first question. The second question. Please let me finish my questions.
No. Please go ahead. I'll let you ask the question. Yes. But they did not admit failures on their part.
Whether they will admit failure.
You can ask your question
because
without
of the policies the government
saying what they haven't said.
So my second question. The Minister of Agriculture said they will ban export.
Because I thought that wasn't a fair ask. Yeah.
Yes.
No, please go ahead.
Yeah, my second question. The minister said because of the dire situation we find ourselves, there will be a ban of export of grain outside Ghana. But rather, we will rely on ECOWAS grain reserve to help us cushion the nation. But we are in the same zone. Ghana, we are part of ECOWAS. And so if other countries have managed to secure their food, then it's an issue. If we are going to rely, why we are going to suppress exports, but we are going to rely on ECOWAS countries to support us. That is my problem. Regarding that, Ghana is in the same zone as other West African countries.
Thank you for the question.
I have other two questions.
The information minister, that lady is a very foolish woman. The two questions this journalist asked, these are the kind of journalists we need in Ghana. I don't even know him. These are the kind of journalism we need. This is what we need in Ghana. And young Kwasiafo ni biom koji 20,000 Ghana, 30,000 Ghana. Kwasiafo ko jeje ba omienim etoto tunyom pola do mo che kwasiampanyi ne san Kwasiafo no baka no. This is journalism. The own say the information minister no general 10 years. In Tafo no mo MPP mu no every day MPP for you soon Tafo de didin Kwasiasem. Onu 10 years ba no general na ye minister keke no. Ni kuro masem ne ye ka no. O ye 10 years we Jimmy Wabetna nkranti na adwene ne say ono entafo ne de omukom no she does not care. The journalist is saying that you people came to tell Ghana for say you are bringing a policy called 1V1D and that every village in the north will get a dam to sustain farmers when there's drought so that they can at the end of the day water their crops and feed their cattle and whatever. Or see, if this today is happening in the north, then it means you people have failed because the purpose of the one district, one village, one dam was to do this. Now we have drought that farmers cannot do what? Go to farms. All their crops, they are burnt out. The journalist is telling the finance minister and agriculture minister, you people have failed Ghanaians. Because whatever you told us, whatever policy you told us, you have taken the money. Where are the dams? Secondly, Osaka Chiromo say, when you people tell us, say, we will rely on ECOWAS nations to supply us with food. Burkina Faso, area ball watching Ghana. Ivory Coast, area ball watching Ghana. Togo. So you want to tell me, say, would you wait Jimmy out to the point to say you cannot maintain your crops? But Burkina Faso, they obey maintaining the crops. Inti entrain no mufen sumreye. Omufe duane mreye. Moya nkwasiafo. Now this guy is making you understand say mwe Jimmy. Teni ba na ogina ho na akamfo party aye minister na ode ne kwase say they have not failed. Abuo bi ba ukuro bufo na ebu. Your people in the north are the ones struggling. Nanka uyo ba unim nyansa kura no. You are not even supposed to say what he's saying is not true. They have failed. Can you point to one dam that your foolish government built? Yakaso ebimu yankwasiamba amosi ye didi partem. She does not care because she's being paid in Accra. Now the question I want to ask you is say, if there's drought, if we don't have grains, how are you going to feed the free SHS kids? Are you going to go to the West African zone to go and bring rice, bring beans, bring ayedian sorghum? How are you going to feed the free SHS in Kwarano? How are you going to feed them? Me say, right now you are relying on the ECOWAS zone to bring you food. Abra, one village, one dam policy. How are you going to feed your ayedian? How are you going to feed air free SHS in Kwara? Because from what I know, buffer stock has nothing. If buffer stock was stocked, and come on, because I'm quite the same way. But from what I know, buffer stock has no stock. Mogu buffer stock. Educhum ebeye minister. And I'll catch a Ghana for say buffer stock na omu keep sign we no in case say BB says here you better rely on no Educhum took everything from buffer stock and on why the contract on in bema and on the teacher for HA no Right now, buffer stock is empty. Say, as we speak, how are you people going to feed in Kwarano Buo school? No, we are more MPP for Ghana Nibia Wakosala Atuama MPP. We are boa unimunyansa. Mapong, we will continue this show tomorrow. Monfankwa Jim Kwasiafone Dimuso, Muntuntia MPP. They have no solution. $500 million, Brother Champon, Fremont Pare, Ekufuado Modiamu Koche. You people, they are making money at your expense. My name is Kevin Ekobedu Taylor. It's been a very wonderful evening. We'll be back tomorrow to continue the stories. Be good. God bless you. God bless me. God bless everyone. Vote the NDC. Vote J&J. John Mahama and Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman. They have the intellect, the intelligence, the experience to change our fortunes. Be good. Good night and cheers.
Take glory, Father. Take glory, Son. Take glory, Holy Ghost. Now and evermore. Take glory, Father. Take glory, Son. Take glory, Holy Ghost. Now and evermore. Take glory, Father. Take glory, Son. Take glory, Holy Ghost. Now and evermore. In the morning, early in the morning, I will rise and praise the Lord. In the morning, early in the morning, I will rise and praise the Lord. In the morning, early in the morning, I will rise and praise the Lord. In the morning, Good morning, Jesus. Good morning, Lord. I know you come from heaven above. The Holy Spirit sit on the throne. Good morning, Jesus. Good morning, Lord. I know you come from heaven above. Holy Spirit sit on.